truth on the screen. Every damn day, pickle won't let it sting. Yeah. Bodies in the margins, names buried in the scroll. He's circling every detail like it's branded on his soul. Oh, pulling those threads till the whole thing snaps. Quiet little town or a cover for a trap. TruCrime Cafe, speaking your name, seeking out the motive, digging through the shame. Corruption in essence, he's breaking that chain. Justice for all, say it again, say it again. TruCrime Cafe, every single day. Voice for the voiceless, cutting through the gray. No way, no justice, no peace in the haze. He's pushing for you till the end of the case. Till the end of the case. Yeah. Tape on the counter, timeline on the wall. He maps every silence, every I don't recall. Thread after thread till the pattern shows. Reality's ugly, but the people gotta know. No use running, truth runs faster. Yeah. Every lie's just fuel for the master of the long form, slow burn, deep dive pain. Say their names in the flame. TruCrime Cafe, speaking your name, seeking out the motive, digging through the shame. Corruption in essence, he's breaking that chain. Justice for all, say it again, say it again. TruCrime Cafe, every single day. Voice for the voiceless, cutting through the gray. No way, no justice, no peace in the haze. He's pushing for you till the end of the case. Little man on the scene trying to sound real tough. Standing on a stool, still ain't tall enough. Reaching for the counter like daddy pick me up. Wants his lukewarm brew in his favorite sippy cup. Baby pain, stomp those socks. Tiny little sneakers, big boy talk. Puffs that chest, can't lift the lock. Bangs on the door till the hinges pop. Baby pain, just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pain, wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. Yeah. Poor little guy ain't got one friend. Crying to his mama, why's it all gotta end? Why? Tears on the floor. Kicks his legs, then he's back for more. Fake mean mug with the jelly on his chin. Throws one punch, then he runs back in. Hides behind mom when the world swings back. Wants big boots, still rocking snags. Baby pay. Just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pay. Wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge. Stomping up and down, red face, small frame. Tiny little storm trying to make it rain. Wah, that's his war cry. Big boy dreams in a shirt size 5. Baby pay. Just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pay. Wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge. much at 4 a.m. Brains a busted circuit. Bethany said I'm dumb, but I ain't one the word. And she the funk, I'm the liar. Tangled in a prior. Super nice people, dust clouds when I fire. Don't know what happened, dream or disguise. Could have been a movie script in my eyes. Pretty much that's all I can muster. Rusted gears grind, my head's a fluster. Bethany's gospel says I should be crying, but maybe I'm dreaming, or maybe I'm lying. Clock tick-tocks, heavy like my boots on gravel. Thoughts unravel, demons dance and I travel. She a preacher of pain, I'm the choir of blame. Burn bridges like my nights, no two flames the same. 4 a.m. truth's a whisper in the haze. Dreamt or lied, can't tell in this maze. Pretty much that's all I can muster. Rusted gears grind, my head's a fluster. Bethany's gospel says I should be crying, but maybe I'm dreaming, or maybe I'm lying.
All right. Welcome back to the cafe. We are open for business. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hope it's good for you because it's great to be here with you guys. All you beautiful people in the house, thank you so much for joining us today at the cafe. Grab your cup, fill it up, get off your feet, take a seat. It's a Q&A day, guys. We're going to do some Q&A, questions, answers, whatever it is. Ask me. I'll answer the best I can. I believe Miss Kim from Typically Unique's going to be joining me as well, for sure. And we will go from there. And the way we're going to do this, just so everybody knows, that way it's easier for me and I don't miss anything, is if you have an actual question, put a Q in front of whatever you're asking me, please. A Q and a couple little dots to separate the question, and then we'll go from there. We'll go with whatever way we work it out, we'll work it out, okay? That's the way I want to do this, and hopefully it works that way. And anything else we get into as we do, we'll get into it, because we do what we do when we do what we do, the way we do. Thank you to all my amazing moderators and the Blue Crew for joining me today and taking time out of their day, because they are amazing. And thank you to all of you beautiful people for being here. And you could be doing so many other things, but you're here with me in the cafe doing what we do. So thank you for that. Everybody, please make sure to hit that like button. Share this out. Let everybody know what's going on. Don't forget, guys, after the show, whenever you want to do it, leave us a comment, please, and thank you. And all that fun stuff. Share this out. Hit the like button. Do your thing. We're going to do our thing. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. Cracked reflections are liars. torches fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir, echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the break. At the TruCrime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay. In the TruCrime Cafe.
All right. Welcome back. It is great to be here with you guys again, as always, in the cafe doing a thing. Today, guys, again, is a True Crime Cafe Q&A. As I said when we first jumped in, if you are going to ask the question, put a Q in front of it so I know the difference between the questions and just statements. You know what I mean? That way I don't see something. It'll be easier to grab it too. So please do that if you can. Also, I believe, like I said, that Kim with Typically Unique may be joining me as well. So that should be a little bit more interesting than just my boring old ass up here, hopefully. So come on in, grab a seat, get comfortable, grab your cup, fill it up. Let's get into it, guys. And please, 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 if you do nothing else, please hit the like button and share this out. Please, if you will. We do appreciate that. And welcome again to my Blue Crew. Thank you very much for joining us while you can, when you can, because you can. You could be doing so many other things, and I do want you to know how appreciated every one of you are. So thank you. As always, let's see who we have joining us in here today. It looks to me like Moonlit Baby. Welcome back. Eddie's in the house. One Made Nut. Good to see you. Leah Story. Welcome, dear. Wonderful to have you. Common sense ain't that common. That is a fact. Good to see you. Miss Lori with Crime and Chaos. Good to see you today. Lisa Winchester, always happy to see you. Thank you for joining us. Christina Finley, welcome to you. And In Stitches in the house. Let's see. SR Bowles is in the house. Bubbles. Good to see you. Janice Steiner, welcome to you. Wonderful to have you here today. Jen 7S, always happy to see you. Princess Scary, thank you for joining us. North Carolina Mountain Man, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Miss Cat K, thank you for being here. True Crime Unleashed, good to see you, and happy early birthday, Robert. Thank you for joining us. Joniquez, I think it is. Welcome to you. Nice to see new faces in here. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And of course, all the amazing meatballs jumping in the sauce with us as we spill that sauce today. Appreciate y'all very much. Miss Luther dancing in here as well. Good to see you. Ocean Waves, welcome back to you. Always happy to see you guys. Fatal Redaction, love the name. Welcome and great to have you here. Italian Girl, Mia, welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today. Chalk Baby's in the house. Wonderful to see you. Ms. Mandy Gilliand, welcome to you. Let's see. Tomboy Charms in the house. Good to see you, Tomboy. G Bean, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. No, 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 no. Let's see. Halls is in the house. Welcome, Halls. Great to see you. Anna Zorman, welcome to you. Great to see you today. New Mexico 444. Your favorite show is on. Well, why are you in here with us then? If your favorite show's on, you should be watching your favorite show. I would be. Let's see. I agree with that one, Miss Jen. Friendly Snake, welcome to you. Miss Becca, welcome back. Great to see you today. Superman's grandma's in the house. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Sweet Pea, welcome back to you. Jonique, there we go. Thank you. I hate mispronouncing people's names. Thank you so much, Jonique, for being here. We appreciate you, and thank you for correcting me. Smiling Sleuth, great to see you. Ms. Wendy, great to see you today. Christina Finley from Utah's in the house. Crazy Italian ladies in the house as well. Afternoon to you, dear. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. I think I got everything. And yes, Jen, that is how you have the question as the question for the question when you ask the question. That's how I would like to pose the question. Thank you for that. And great way to describe it. That way everybody sees it. Thank you, Jen. That is very much exactly it. It'd be easier to see it. Karmic, welcome to you. Good to see you. Legal Swag, welcome back from Boston. It's a wicked pista today. I love it. I think I got everybody. And if I did not yet, I will catch up with you guys as always. Let me see here. Yes, I do believe I did it. And again, anybody that I didn't, I will catch up with you. Critic Rick, what is up, brother? Good to see ya. I see ya. You just popped in at the very end there. Always happy to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. You're buffering? I'm sorry to hear that. Buffering's not good. My internet's reading excellent connection, so I don't know what's going on. Sometimes things do these things, and YouTube plays part in that sometimes. They need to get their stuff together. Gigi girl, what's going on, girlfriend? Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I saw ya. I said hi to you, blue-eyed. As always, I'm happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Very happy to see you guys. Guys, make sure that if you can, at the very bottom of the screen, there's a little circle. Inside that circle is a square, and inside that square is a dollar sign. Click on that, guys, and make sure you can receive gifts that it's allowed for you, because you just never know when somebody may drop some memberships in here. It's a very generous community, and you want to be able to receive them. So please do that if you can. And don't forget, thank you, SRB, our new and additional channel that's going to be coming shortly, very soon, as soon as we can get everything put together with it. The Cafe Conspiracy channel, where we talk about absolutely nothing but conspiracy stuff. There's really very little truth in it, and it's going to be a lot of fun and very interesting. So if you're into that kind of stuff, please make sure you subscribe to that link right there. Join us. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be great. We will be having conversations, debates. I'm sure we'll be having guests and discussing many, many, many crazy topics out there, folks, and breaking them down, trying to see if there is any truth to them. Is it real? Is it not real? But make sure you click on that link right there, subscribe to it, please, and thank you. The more, the better. And that's a brand new channel, so we have absolutely so much space in there. Come on in. Thank you so much, Superman's grandma. Candy girl, good to see ya. And 5 memberships for you guys, just to give back a little bit. Looks to me like Crazy Italian Lady picked one up. Saudad 6364, Princess Scary, Toscolai, and I think that's and Common Sense ain't really that common. Congrats, welcome to the sauce. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much. And oh my goodness, what happened here? Smiling Sleuth just dropped 5 more. Looks like Smiling Sleuth dropped one for Tiggle Biddies. Lie to Me 1223. Noli's 9071. Tiki Steph. And Jeff Kent 4647. And right after that, Blue Eyed Butterfly dropped one as well. And that one went to Just Us and Pixie Dust. And thank you both so very much. It was very generous of you, and God bless. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the new Meatballs. Jumping in the sauce with us. It looks like we have 11 new members as of now already. Very cool. Welcome to all of you. And again, thank you, ladies, for donating. Very much appreciated. Yes, well, we can talk about alien stuff and controversial conspiracy theories and dark government, aliens, Bigfoot, skinwalkers, ghosts, whatever the hell it is. It's a conspiracy theory. It's going to be in there. We're going to be doing it. Missing people, all sorts of stuff. So, absolutely, you are very much welcome, and I appreciate you being here. Very much excited for that new channel. And for those that aren't familiar with it, I'll show you real quick what to look for when you do click into it and log on to it. You're going to be looking for this. This is the logo for the channel right there. That's it right there. All right. So make sure you guys hit that link SRB put out there. Subscribe. Harry Potter's beard. Welcome. Good to see you today. It will be very interesting. Dig the Past. Welcome to you. So that will be the additional channel we have that we're adding to what we got going on now. We have the TruCrime Cafe. Within that, we also have the Verdict Room every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself, Kim from Typically Unique, Logan with Bronx Tales True Crime, our video, my production manager here, Mikey with The Last 24, and myself. And don't forget, this Saturday, you guys will be seeing advertisements for that coming soon. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., we'll be joined by Travis with Travesty Logic. We're going to be talking about the statement analysis he's done thus far and what he plans to do in the future, and some live breakdown from him tomorrow, guys. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. Don't miss that. Again, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at the cafe. The Verdict Room Unfiltered, guys. You don't want to miss out I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. Michael 007, great to see you, sir. Frankie Fitz, welcome from Ireland. Great to have you in the house. Looks like I've caught up with everybody. Oh, I agree with that, Blue Eyed. Travis is amazing. And you know what? He's come out and he's clarified that he's not an expert. He's not trying to be an expert. He's not trying to be something that he's not, even though there's some idiotic fools out there that are making statements about it because they're just rude, ignorant, and uneducated. Um, but yeah, and he's being honest with people of who he is, and he did learn from one of the best, in my opinion, Peter Hyatt. So that is a plus one for him as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what anybody else says. And I can't wait to do it. So he's doing great things. He's an amazing resource to this community within this case. So thank you, Jen. I hope you do. I hope everybody does like it. Summer Jaden's in the house. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Can you guys hear me okay? Please and please let me know. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to do that for sure, Tomboy. I'm going to do another poll today and see what we end up with. And then I'm going to discuss it with my cohorts for the show and see what their thoughts are. And we'll go from there. We might do a split. We might do a piece of one and a piece of another one. So, Altruistic Murder, great to see you. Moonbreaker's in the house, great to see you. Thank you guys for letting me know that. There was a Hunter Johnson. We reviewed the Hunter Johnson interview, I think, unless there's a new one. Did they come out with a new Hunter Johnson interview I didn't see? Thank you, Jen. I guess I'll have to look. Nana Cow, welcome to you. Let me look at something real fast because I thought we covered Hunter's interview a long time ago, actually. Okay. Lyndon, Bethany, Jenna. We also have the Molly McMichaels one we could break down. Emily, Dylan, Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Hunter Johnson from 8 months ago. They put it out. And I figured we covered it, or I know we covered it, but I thought maybe there was a new one dropped. Either way, no biggie. Oh, let's see. That's okay, Leah. No worries. No worries at all. That's what I thought. I thought so, but it's no biggie. Kim probably brought it up because she's never reviewed it herself. That could be, she's never done it on her channel on her own. Holy moly, in a handbag. Good Lord have mercy. Sleuther75 dropped 20 new memberships in the house. Jeez, OPs. Thank you so much, darling. That is amazing. She's so generous. She's such a sweet person, too. I'm so grateful that she's part of our team. Thank you for that. Sleuther, and it looks like Summer Jaden, DJ Frankie Fitz, Michael 007, Tom Price, Sweet Jones 87, Mackenzie OG, Tanya Perks, Unsolved Case in News. Oh, don't jump too far. Damn it. It jumped too far. Amanda's 1072, Running Ranch Life, P. Baker, Case by Case Crime, Taman Mapei. Sorry about that if I messed it up. G. Mama Body, Honestly Haley, Leon Bimpson 998, Foxy Mermaid, 86. Carrie Kerrigan, 9047. Stuart James. And they jumped again. Damn it. Patty, all received new memberships. That is absolutely unbelievably amazing. Thank you so much, dear. You are amazing. And God bless, hon. God bless. Very much appreciated. Luther's so nice. And again, I'm grateful that she's part of our team. She's kind of amazing. I would agree with that, SRB. Yes. Guys, that gave us 31 new meatballs jumping in the sauce. We're going to need a new pot, folks. Damn. Thank you so much, dear. God bless, and we love you. And it looks like almost everybody in here's green. Good Lord have mercy. Mary Holt, welcome. Harry Potter, good to see you. We only need a few more few more memberships to make everybody green at this point. Good Lord. That was amazing. Kawanda, welcome, dear. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Fox Rooter, welcome, and good evening to you. By the way, thank you to anybody that chooses to support us by other means within any of the Cash Apps, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, the membership gifting, all of that stuff, guys. We don't expect you to do that when you come in here, but we do appreciate it because it does help us to keep going day after day. Anything that's donated to the cash links is to help to pay the bills and to help to purchase the FOIAs and stuff like that. It all goes directly for that. So thank you for anybody that chooses to do that. You guys are so very much appreciated for that. Karen Folkwas, welcome to you. Jilly Bean is in the house. Good to see you. You're all good, Harry Potter. Don't worry about it. This Snarky P, welcome to you. I love your avatar. That's cool. Thank you for being here. Nanacal, is there a interview with Jake Schreier? No, I haven't seen one yet. It's a good question though, because I would like to see one. Just because, even though he wasn't around that weekend, I would really love to know. Come on down, guys. Grab a seat. All right, let me see here. All right, like I said, Miss Kim will be joining us here shortly. All right. Miss Cassie's in the house, the sassy one. Happy Friday, everybody. FOIA and Find Out. Welcome back. Great to see you today. Is Bubbly in here too? I saw her over at Kim's. I didn't know she was in here. Bubbles is here, but I didn't know if Bubbly was. Thank you so much. Wellington Oda's in the house. Good to have you here. Sending some cents from Brazil to retribute all your beautiful work. Well, thank you, and thank you so much for the compliment. You're an amazing person, as all of you are. I appreciate that so very much. It looks like number one towards our goal. You are so very appreciated. Let me see here. We're about to kick this off. I was kind of holding off a little bit to see when Kim was going to join us, but we may just get things started and she can just slide in when she's ready. Welcome, Frustration Station. Great to see you. Kawanda just dropped a new membership as well. That makes 32. And that one went to Jilly Bean. Congrats to you, Jilly. Welcome to the sauce again. And thank you so much, Kawanda. You're such an angel. I appreciate that very much. Very generous. Great to see you, Miss Lisa Winchester. Let me see something here while we're holding out. Just a minute. One minute. I guess Lana did. She made a point today. What if that's the truth? Basically, what Lana has posted with her video, and we all love Lana. Lana's amazing. I adore her. I'm grateful to all the hard work she puts in. But basically, she makes a statement. I guess we can discuss this a tidbit before we get going about the fact that Molly ordered and delivered the DoorDash. We talked about that a long time ago, if that was possible. If the person that did it, whoever that, well, before we even knew who Molly was, a lot of people thought Emma Bailey was the dasher, and a lot of people thought it was a couple other people. But they said we talked about the fact of the possibility of the dasher being the one that ordered it. So good call, Lana, for sure. You guys make sure that you check it out whenever you get a chance over at Truth and Transparency, if you will. I mean, there's so many options here in this case, guys. We never know. Okay, we never know because there's never been any authentication of the DoorDash orders or anything like that. It's hard to say exactly what the case is with that. But why? It's a good question, Ro. Why? Why would Molly do that? If she was directed to do it, to have a reason to go there, could be. There's so many holes though with everything. I agree. I agree. I'm not saying I fully believe that. I'm just saying it's an interesting angle. It is an interesting angle. Another point to keep in the back of your mind. That's all. Molly sounds pretty well. Here's how this works. Okay. It depends on how you take it. The DoorDashers do put the order in. Okay. When you order DoorDash, it goes out onto into the DoorDash app. Whoever grabs the order, okay, whatever DoorDasher grabs it, they go to the place where, whether it's McDonald's, Burger King, Jack's, whatever the hell it is. Excuse me. They go there, they put the order in, okay, for the person that ordered it. They put the order in, then they wait there, they pick up the order, and then they deliver it to the person that put the order in through the app. So if she was meaning it that way, then sure, that would be absolutely what that means. But 100%, we don't, and it could have been meant the other way that she's the one that put the order in. Period. So there was no picture taken of the delivery. She was walking. Yeah, when she got out walking around, she was definitely not. She left the food in the car with her dog. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would trust that. Dogs are dogs. So, and from what I just explained to you, that's how it was explained to me. I was talking to one of the, hey, Aztastic, great to see you. One of the Door Dashers that I get the same one a lot because they live out here in the country that when we get it, I asked them one time, I'm like, how does this stuff work with you guys? How does it pay? We were just chatting. Critic Minds Network, welcome. Farmzilla, hello. And that's how he explained it to me, that we put the order in through the app, okay? And then whoever's out there is watching, they get dinged that there's an available order out there for them to go. They jump on the app, they click to accept it, and then they go put the order in, okay? And then they go pick it up or wait on it. Some of them go to the store to put the order in. Some of them have done other things, he told me, but they go to the store, a lot of them, or wherever you're ordering from. And they wait on it. They pick up the order, pay for it, cash it out, whatever it is, and then they deliver it. That's my understanding from the dasher that I spoke to. He said that's how they do it here. So from that's my understanding. That again, yes, unless somebody else was in the car with her. And when we looked into Molly, there was no driver's license available to her. So I'm still curious how the hell she worked for DoorDash. Now, you can always have it in another person's name. They could be the actual dasher and you're just riding along or it's going to you while it's in their name because they have license and insurance, which is another grand possibility here. We don't know for sure, but Lana thinks I didn't get to watch the full video, but Lana thinks Molly handed off the order to Maddie at 2:30ish, but didn't close it out. That's why she got the message, "Are you having trouble?" when she reordered. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting point too. I'm gonna have to watch the full video. Moto Man in the house. What's happening? Good to see you, brother. Right turn, Clyde. Good afternoon. Brian Todd's in the house. Great to have you here. Both Rory and JLR went and got two separate stories. When JLR went, he was told it was a man and or a girl, I think, with dark hair. When Rory went, he was told it was a man, and then he was told it was a woman the next time. So it's been a mess. But Maddie was the one that bought the mac and cheese, right? That's what's weird about that. Amy Oleski, welcome to you. Let's see. Maybe she didn't even work for DoorDash. That's very possible, Cassie. It could have been in one of her friends' names or her boyfriend's name as the DoorDasher, and she was just the one that was getting the money for it. Or something completely different. Who knows? It's a good point, Cass. Matt, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Lizzie Turtleball's in the house. Great to see you, dear. When you put the order in, it goes straight to the place and the dasher just picks it up. That is not what I was told, but okay. It does go to the restaurant. I'm sorry. Did I say something the wrong way? He told me, let me repeat this. Where's it at? That the order gets put in, it goes to the I call it a store because I've ordered things from the store too, but it goes to the restaurant. We'll just say that, okay? And they get a ding for it, and then they pick it up. Like they grab it off of the app that they're going to take the order. They're going to be the one to pick up the order. I'm sorry. And then they go in, and then they pick up the order, so on and so forth. Is that not how I explained it the first time? Did I say something wrong? If I did, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought that's what I said. F22, welcome. Michelle. It goes to the, yeah. Okay, I thought that's what I said. And if I didn't, my deepest apologies, you guys. Sometimes my mouth goes faster than my head. What I would like to see, I'll be honest with you, is I would like to see camera footage, and I'm gonna try and see if I can. I doubt that I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try it. I wrote it down. I would like to see camera footage at the restaurant that it was ordered from. I'd like to see who was there, if we can, who pulls in, if there's cameras outside or inside, and who picks up the DoorDash from inside the restaurant and then gets in the car and goes with it. That's what I'd like to see. So I'm going to try, I think, to FOIA that footage. I doubt that they will do it because it has nothing to do. The restaurant is a separate entity, but we'll see. I'm sure they have it. I probably said it wrong, Lizzie. I do that a lot. Yeah, I was in that live with her, Matt. Very good one. He's going to be joining us tomorrow on the verdict room here. Logan, Kim, Mikey, myself, and Travis will be here tomorrow night at 6 p.m., sir. So hopefully you can be here for it. I'm excited. Supposedly had no cameras. Well, gee, isn't that ironic? Convenient, too. Oh, well, hello, mother. Good to see you. This is I need to call my mother. Hello, hello, dear. It's wonderful to see you, mother. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're having a good day. And I will call you soon, I promise. You're going to go back to fishing. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Cameras are a decoration, probably. That makes sense. That makes sense. Welcome, Paco. Good to see you. No footage of Jack. See, that's wild to me that there's nothing. The DoorDash driver has to be there, maybe waiting on it. You would think you'd be able to see cameras from outside of you would think they would have cameras at least to protect the facility. Cameras pulling of the cars pulling in and out, so on and so forth. The person coming in to grab it and then leaving with it. You would think. And it's unbelievable that they don't. Yes. Friendly Snake, welcome. Guys, if you see the Ruth Gosnell name in here, please be polite. That is my mother. That's all I ask. Please be respectful and polite. It sounds like that, Paco. All right, Moonlight, be careful. Holy shnikes. Scared the hell out of me.
Hello. I'm so sorry.
For what?
I forgot I had to run an errand.
It's all right. You don't have to apologize.
I got all the way there and they were closed.
That sounds like my luck.
I did call them first. They did not say on their message that they were not open on Fridays.
That's crappy, Kim. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. It wasn't that far.
Well, I'm grateful you're here now. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, Kim.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me up. Hi, everybody.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're doing a Q&A.
Correct.
Idaho4 and more. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Idaho4. You can, at least for me, I don't know about Miss Kim here, but that's up to her.
I love it. Yeah.
You can ask whatever you want to ask, how you want to ask, when you want to ask. You know, there's certain things, of course, you're not going to get answers to. I'll just let you know that. But Idaho4 and whatever else you guys decide, it's a Q&A today. Ask away. But as I said, just the way Gen 7 posted in the chat, guys, that's how I want the questions formatted, so we know that they're questions, okay? Miss Molly, good golly's in the house. There she is, guys, the amazing creator of our intro song and video. That is our videographer, Miss Molly, in the house. Good to see you, dear. Thanks for being here. Just put a Q in front of the question. That way we know it's separate from a statement. And Cassie's coming out. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You mind your business. How come you don't visit your mom every day? Let's not go there, princess. Huh? I do try to call my mother as often as I can. I forget a lot because I'm always doing this. So don't go there with me. Don't go there with me. Believe me, I'll get it. A big warm everyone all the way from Canada, Alberta, Canada. Welcome, Miss Sandra. Beautiful cat there. Kiss me where I pee. I will not, but welcome to you. Good to see you. Thank you, Mother.
There was a question above that.
I'm looking now.
Did Molly deliver more than food? You see that one?
Yes, ma'am. There they are. Boom. In Stitches says, I guess we'll start off with this first one here, other than Cassie's. Did Molly deliver more than food? Okay. That's a good one, actually. You know why? Because I truly believe she did. Just my opinion. I think and it's happened here. It's been in the news, and this is a college campus, mind you. Okay, it would be very easy to put together with somebody that delivers drugs, other than just food. Very easy. It's happened, guys. I've seen it happen on college campuses, in the news, all over the United States. So I have no doubt that she probably did, considering the connections she had. I'll say that. I don't know. You have any thoughts on that, Kim, yourself?
I agree, especially with all the deliveries she had that night.
Right.
You know, that's
She claims she worked, what, 18 hours?
Yeah, right.
Right.
But hey, high demand around there. I mean, to the house to 1122, I don't know. I mean, I think that's what she regularly did to supply, but
Right.
because there was a homicide, I don't think that was her role to bring drugs to the house. I think she was transporting people, but could be part of it for,
Could have been a combination, too.
I don't know.
I agree with Kim on that, too, that I think it's very, very, very plausible that night because of where the vehicle was seen when I think it was Rosenthal stated that he saw the back taillights of her vehicle parked up in that back parking lot, okay? Well, and then claimed at the same time that he saw 3 or 4 people walking towards the house, but didn't really pay attention because he was looking for people carrying open containers and stuff like that and dealing with the underage drinking thing. Okay. So what are the odds, again, because I've said this 100 times, what are the odds that she transported, maybe brought the people to the house that may have committed the crime? I think they're pretty high. That's my opinion.
And if she was delivering drugs, maybe it was to have someone meet her there or in that area. So, like,
Right?
to set somebody up or
That could be.
lure somebody there. I don't know. Maybe those people he saw walking were going to meet her.
I mean, yeah. Welcome, North Carolina Mountain Man. Good to see you, Miss Tandy. Thank you for joining us while working. Tomboy has a question. Can you tell your mom that you're mean to your mom? No, I can tell her that, but she won't believe it because she knows me. So you can try to tell her a lie. She knows when I'm lying. She's my mother, remember? So good luck with that one, dear. Yeah, and here's another thing, too, to add to that. Remember in Molly's interview, she stated that there was a friend of hers sitting waiting for her in the parking lot of the restaurant. And that, like,
Yes.
what are you doing? Like, she's working. Why are you sitting in the parking lot waiting for her unless you are there to meet up with her for a different reason?
You know what made me you're making me think of the Chris O'Flaherty interview that I watched about Caden Young.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
just covered that yesterday. There's something with Jack in the Box. Isn't it weird that, like,
Yes.
when he said, "Oh yeah, we stopped at Jack in the Box," I know it's popular out there on the West Coast. Like, I get it. It's just another coincidence. I keep talking about
Yeah.
all these coincidences, but maybe that's the known, like, hookup spot. Like, you meet the Door Dasher at Jack in the Box.
And that could be. Here's the thing: they either, if they really don't have, cameras, that could be why they meet at Jack in the Box because there are no cameras, and it's a thing. You don't want to have to see people trading things off in the parking lot, and if they know there's no cameras there, guess what? If McDonald's down the road has cameras and this place doesn't, where are you going to go, Kim? If you're a drug dealer trying to trade things off, you're going to go to the place with no cameras. You know what I'm saying? So it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Wellington said, in my opinion, she was working with MPD on a controlled buy operation. Police provide her drugs. She sells to students. Could be.
Oh my gosh. That could totally be the
Is a
motive.
CI. Yeah.
Like, that could be the cause for the house being targeted.
Absolutely. She's an informant. We all know she's an informant. Now, come on. Very good point, Kim.
Yeah, and if they were purchasing at that house and she was snitching on them.
Hey, yep. Thank you, Wellington. Great point. And again, I still think there was distancing between that house and other people that night. I think something was in the air. I said it. I can feel it in the air tonight. That they knew something was going to go down to stay away. Things like that. Welcome, Wonders Deep. Good to see you, dear. So very, very plausible. Very good pause. Very good point and thought.
There's something.
This is another point too, Senor put out there. Or the dealer worked at Jack in the Box and would put drugs in the carryout bags when the order was placed. I don't doubt that. We have a place right here in the town I live in that was very well known. It's a pizza shop. You call in and put in a specific order. There was something extra thrown into your pizza box when it was delivered to you. It happened. They got busted for it. Swear to God, they got busted for it. It happened. So, no doubt. No doubt at all.
I said, let's find out who owns the Jack in the Box franchise. There's something
Right.
going on there. It's probably Ryan Wedding. Ryan Wedding owns Jack in the Box. I'm kidding you guys.
I wouldn't doubt it. For what Mr. Olympian himself turned drug dealer, right? It makes sense.
El Chapo owns Jack in the Box.
You're right. And then SRB, oh, hold on. SRB said, okay, but why the murder then? There has to be a reason. Agreed. That's where the motive has to be put out somewhere. So I agree. Altruistic, welcome, has a question and it says, based on what Dylan said about Kaylee running downstairs, crying in the bathroom, and knowing the bathroom has been sort of cleaned, I think Kaylee was attacked there. Spare room. What do you think? We've actually talked about this, that, hearing Dylan say, I heard her run down the stairs as fast as she can because she was wearing the boots that we know Kaylee wasn't wearing. But anyway, that's part of her lie. And I said the other day, I said, what if she heard her running up the stairs from the first floor, the spare bedroom, possibly? Maybe she went in there to do something on the computer that night, or didn't feel like walking up all them stairs and went in there and just passed out. Maybe she had to go to the bathroom as soon as she walked in the door. Went to the bathroom, then goes in the spare bedroom. Now, here's another thing to point out. Everybody questioned why, supposedly, okay, let me say supposed, why Maddie and Bethany took the dog out and Kaylee didn't. Maybe she was busy in the middle of something in the spare bedroom, okay, in that little office of theirs on her computer. And if she was down there doing stuff, everybody else was doing their own thing, maybe she heard her run up the stairs. I'm just saying. So I'm with you on that one. Altruistic, it's a possibility. Anything's possible at this point. We all know that.
I listened to Emily's interview today on my show, and
Right.
of course, she was just repeating what Dylan had told her.
Right.
But the way she repeated it was that Dylan heard Kaylee run up the steps, screaming someone was here.
See?
And to your point, I mean, the way when I was listening to it at the time, I thought up to the third floor, but it doesn't say, like, more asked about that. There's 2 sets of stairs in that house. Like,
Exactly.
which steps upstairs from where? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. Or maybe Kaylee was meeting up with somebody at that point. We all had that conversation already too. Okay. Hold on. Let me shut this background down. It bothers people sometimes when it's moving like that. 1 minute. There we go. So, maybe she was meeting up with somebody, having a, conversation with somebody. I don't know. I'm just saying, or something else. Who knows? There is a bed in that room, a computer in that room. It's a whole thing. So I don't know, but more to think on. Definitely more to think on. So Ms. Lisa said, I had heard that Jack had a fling with Bethany. I wonder if that was true. It's a great question. I've heard that as well. Any thoughts on that, Kim?
I mean, I've heard people say that, but I don't know, like, where did that come from? Like, why do we think that?
You know how these rumors go. That's another good question to add to that. Is it why and where did it come from? Right.
Probably from like Reddit or 4chan or something.
It could be, or it could just be a rumor that was started from somebody from somewhere else that has no clue what they're talking about too. We don't know, but it again, I don't put anything past anything with this case at this point. I just don't. Because you can't because nothing about this is true. Most of it is lies. So in stitches, thank you. Maybe delivered people. Seconds later, the scream started. Yeah.
Yes.
100% agree with you on that one, Stitches. I've said that. It would be very
sorry.
It would be very easy to do that. And that's why I thought that the white car, that the Elantra, was a red herring. I've always thought that. I don't believe that car exists within this case. I think they could have been dropped off or walked there. There's a completely separate place behind the house where you can come and go without even being seen because it's all blocked off by trees and everything. Okay. There's a stairwell that goes in that upper parking lot behind the house. Up down there, there's a stairwell that goes out to Walenta Avenue. So you could come and go and nobody would see you because all the cameras are in different areas, and it would be, especially in the dark. Come on. So she could have dropped them off. They went in, did what they did, and came out the back door, straight up that hill, down them stairs, and went to somebody else's house. depending on who was involved, changed out their clothes and moved on like nothing happened, or been picked up on Walenta maybe by her or somebody else, and off they go. Nobody's going to know that. So, very good point and very interesting. Yes, right. Anything's possible when the truth is held back. I agree with that, Senor, for sure.
Atlanta had made the point that if Maddie was outside, which I mean, all that yelling and stuff, like it does maybe sound like they met people outside. I don't know, but with there being no photo of the DoorDash delivery, that it got handed to somebody.
Hmm.
I don't know, like I don't know, did they hand it to her and then chase her into the house or drag her into the house, or is that when Kaylee's like somebody's here? Something.
Right. I can agree. I'm looking. Bear with me, you guys. I'm trying to find questions. I was trying to make it a way for them to. Oh, there's one. In Stitches says, "What did Jimmy tell Molly about 1122?" Where does that come from, Stitches? That's a good
Yeah, I
question,
didn't see
though.
that either. I didn't see that either.
I've never seen. If there's something, I'd like to know that too. Did Jimmy, by the way, is Molly's boyfriend. Did he tell her something about 1122? Was Jimmy in the car with her that night? That's another thing. We don't know. Again, from my understanding, when we looked into Molly, she did not have a driver's license. You absolutely have to have a valid driver's license and insurance to work for DoorDash, period. So, whose name was DoorDash, her account for DoorDash in? Unless she had that all fixed. I don't know. Good question, though. I'm curious.
I've had whenever we get delivery from DoorDash, I always meet them out in my driveway, and I meet them halfway and I take it from them, and then they don't take a picture. They don't take a picture.
I take it from them too. They don't usually have to take a picture. I have to give them a 404 number code or something, and then that's it. But yeah, they don't ever usually have time to leave it there. It's hand to
I
hand.
don't do anything. They just hand it to me.
No, right. Mary says, "Do you think Dylan wore a ski mask and participated by helping to block the exits? Second, could she have possibly done the experimental cutting?" The second question, yes, Mary, I believe she could have. I believe Dylan is very highly disturbed after knowing what we found within her journals, what we see on her walls, and other things she said and done. I have a feeling she might be disturbed. Okay. Now, the first part, do you think Dylan wore a ski mask and participated by helping to block that? She could have. She very likely could have. There was that stool. Every time we look at those body cams and I see that stool, it flips me out because it looks to me like somebody was sitting on that stool, making sure nobody goes in or out of the kitchen area there to block the exit. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm telling you, it looks like that could be a thing. You know,
It's the guard stool.
right? The guard, somebody was standing guard there, is what it looks like, but it could have been moved by PD. We don't know. I'm just telling you, seeing it there just immediately made me go, "Whoa!" Was somebody sitting there, making sure nobody came in or out? It just makes you wonder, for sure. Miss Wendy has a question. The $6,500 Kaylee put down in a new car from the sale of the old car. What about it, Miss Wendy? What do you have a question about? From my understanding, it was put back into the bank.
That sounds
And
like a reasonable amount for an old car.
yeah, for what she had beforehand. That's my understanding. That was used on top of, there was money in her account that was withdrawn for the down payment along with $1,000 from her grandmother. That money, when she sold the car, went right back into the account to replace it. That's my understanding from what we've been told so far.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can if you have questions for Kim, please, then she's here. Please make sure you ask her as well. I'm making sure I don't miss any of these. Give me 1 minute. And I did read your question there, Bomb Toy. Love and Other Habits, welcome. Jones, and good to see you. Leon Bimson, again, good to see you from Liverpool. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys. So many people from other countries in here. It blows my mind.
It's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. How did Bethany see a flash when all the lights were on? Isn't that a good question, Miss Kim?
It wasn't a flash.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was. That's a great question, Wonders.
You know what I think it was.
Yes, I do. It was a flash that was orange like fire, according to her. Well, what else looks orange like fire?
Yeah, I think there were gunshots. But the only thing to me is that then they would have to be lying about the wounds.
Yeah, of course. And then
They
I
won't let
think,
us see anything, so they could be.
right, right. But here, my only problem with the gunshot stuff is I think there would have been because gunshots are loud. They're loud. Period. I think there would have been a more prominent sound on the 1112 camera than what we heard, unless because we know this happens and it has happened with this video, unless it was cut out already. We don't know that. Okay, raw or not. Jules has gotten raw video. Other people have gotten raw video when we foil different things. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody says we'd have heard it. We'd have heard it. We'd have heard it. You're right. We would have, unless it was clipped out on purpose because you don't want them to hear that. They didn't want us to hear it. So very, very easily could have been completely clipped. Wouldn't take much time at all. So remember that too. We don't know, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
SRB said maybe it was a flare gun. It could be. That'd be wild. That would have lit the whole place up, I think. 1 minute, everybody.
I even looked up firecracker guns. They have them. They shoot firecrackers. I don't know why. I don't know why they would have that there, but I don't know a lot about the Jimmy, but it could be. Could be because I think it has to do with the people who were providing the drugs to that area. And something happened with them to be outraged and they needed to take out the people in that house for some reason. It's never fireworks, SRB. It's never fireworks.
Is Jimmy involved? Could be.
Oh, Tomboy's got a good point. The extra wounds could cover the bullet wounds.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another thing. If she now earlier on, don't forget about the one thing too. That's a good point, Tomboy. Earlier on in the case, what's called a beanbag gun was brought up. Okay, and I showed you guys a very small portable version of one, and then I read through what damage it can do. If you're point blank with one of them things, you can really make some bad stuff happen. I'll just put it that way.
Are they loud?
See, I don't know. I think it sounds like a regular gun from the way it explained it, but again, I don't know. It could just be a thud or a bang or a bump or something. Who knows? And I don't think you can't
said
silence
the
those.
the sound wasn't as loud as a gunshot, so maybe
Right.
that matches. I do think that sound was louder than a trunk closing.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. The thud, whatever it was. Agreed. And it could have been, you can silence things with pillows. Okay. But therein again, where's the bullets at? If there was no bullets, unless they hid it from us, that's why I want the real autopsy, Kim. I want to see the real autopsy report. Absolute. That's all. I don't want to see the bodies. I don't need to see the bodies. I want to see the absolute autopsy report. And there was 2 or 3 police officers at that autopsy. Why? At those autopsies. I want to know why they were there for that because I've never seen that before.
I'm pretty confident that we will never see the autopsy reports because I was just looking at the WSU lawsuit, and that's all that they were talking about in like one of the latest filings is all the things that they are not going to show.
Right.
And that was one of them. And it's everything. Like it's the reports. It's not just the photos, which I don't know. That's ridiculous.
I know it is. And I think it's possible we might see them, Kim, but the only way we're going to is if they're leaked. That's it.
Oh, that's true.
It'll never be put out there. You know, if somebody that wants to whistleblow decides, this is bullshit, I'm done with this, here, look at what really happened. You know what I mean? That would be amazing, but at the same time, I highly doubt it because they're probably they have this on lockdown. In my opinion, I don't see anybody being able to get around that. That's all I'm saying. Moscow Slayer, welcome. The bullets wouldn't be in the bodies if how the medical examiner described the wounds as gouges.
Like they gouged them out.
I mean, it could be. It could be. The only thing that had me thinking on that was the internal fractures within Kaylee's skull. You know, that's an interesting statement to make about that
Yeah.
wound. And so
Because a bullet would do that going into your head, right? Yeah.
it bounces around inside. Yeah, depending on the type of ammunition it is. Yes. What was I saying here? I'm trying to find. Let me catch up with these questions. Grace Kirk, welcome to you. Juror 13's in the house today with us. Is it true that? I'm sorry. Is it true an LE sniper lived in nearby apartment? That I don't know. I've never heard that before.
I think I have heard that. I don't know. I can't remember.
Never heard that.
I
That's
mean, not
interesting.
verified, so can't say it's true.
Right. North Carolina Mountain says Steyr Og. I don't know what that means, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A bullpup rifle.
There would be no reason to cut out drywall once it's photographed and sampled. Anything else is useless cutting the drywall. Well, that's a good point, senor. Good point.
Oh, it's not normal. Mm-hmm.
And he's a retired PD, so he would probably know those things.
Maybe it is when you're tearing the house down, though.
Well, there again, they tore the house down. That's another thing. We saw something that resembled what could be a bullet hole coming out of Maddie's wall from the outside. Just one, though. That is true. No, Jimmy's not a cop. He is Molly's boyfriend. He's another CI, from my understanding, as well. Cleanup crew.
Why hide the fact that a gun was used? Well, I don't think it would match the narrative of one person creeping into the house in the middle of the night,
Right.
to kill them like they're trying to make it seem. I don't think they would use a gun.
Oh,
That's
got
my
you.
opinion, but
Right. Got you, Mountain Man. Thank you, brother. It
I
could
feel like if
explain
a
the
gun is
triangular
used,
vacuum. Yeah,
it would change the narrative.
sure. And they have to have a specific narrative. U.S. Army has bullpup style rifle.
And someone said that they're not as loud.
It's a good question. Good point. Let's see here. Bear with me. Okay, so it's a 9mm Parabellum. Oh, I've seen these. Okay. I'm guessing Eddie's talking about something like this. And bullets can be traced back to a gun. Good point as to why not to use them and hide it. Especially if it was possibly a police issued weapon, maybe. So I believe this is what Eddie's talking about with a bullpup style rifle. And they don't make as much noise as a regular gun does.
Is that the name of the weapon, North Carolina Mountain Man? Is that the name of the weapon? I think that's what he's writing.
Steyr Og. Okay, hold on. Sounds German for sure. 1 minute.
Does that look like a handheld vacuum cleaner?
Maybe. Hold on a minute.
You definitely wouldn't want to have the bullets if it's going to go back to a police officer's weapon.
No. Here we go. Yep, I found what you're talking about. You and Eddie both, Mountain Man, 100%. This definitely is a way quieter. I know what these are. I didn't know the name of it, but way quieter weapon. It would not make anywhere near the noise that a standard gun would make
Hmm,
because of the way it's made.
there you go. Oh, there's
1
a
minute.
triangle.
Right. Yeah. Look at that. That does kind of have a triangle kind of look to it, folks. Think about it. Look at that right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It has that look to it, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Good call, Mountain Man and Eddie.
That might be it right there. I'd like to hear it fired.
Yeah, that's hold on. I have to be careful because of the way they are with guns on here.
I did that with remember the quadriplegic or not the quad amputee
Right.
guy? I showed his shooting. I don't know if that was different, but
I think we'll be all right because I did it when I covered the Charlie Kirk situation. Me and Eddie did a whole video on rifles and stuff, so I think we'll be all right.
I need to check up on that case. I forgot about that one. Quad amputee.
Hang on, bear with me. I'm trying to get to it. This thing comes apart real easy too, and quickly, and it when you pull the barrel out of it, it absolutely looks like a triangle. The barrel slides right out of it too, which is crazy to me. 1 minute. This guy, this guy's a little crazy, but hang on. That would make a lot of sense. Pulling the barrel out of that and just carrying that. Damn, that's wild. Come on, fire. Here we go. 1 minute. Just a minute. I have to change videos for this. Come on. Here it is. All right, here we go. It still makes noise. It's just not as loud as some guns are. All right, hold on.
I wish they didn't have music.
I know. Single shot, okay, would be a lot quieter than a boom 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 if they're just taking single shots one after another and waiting. So I mean it's look at that, like right the way that is in his hand right now. Tell me that does not resemble a triangular type shape.
Yeah.
That's wild. And that barrel slides right out. All you have to do is pull a pin and a button and it pops right out. So it's still it still makes noise. So just saying.
Now, if you're wondering why this is for the Army Universal, we know why this is semi-auto. So yes, Army Universal.
Okay.
We're admiring the shooter.
I know. Brandon Herrera. I actually like this guy. Oh, I followed a lot of his stuff. He has common sense. The other dude's a little bit out there. I'll just say that. But anyway, what about the guy that said he did it and went to North Carolina? I don't know about that, Miss Lisa. And yeah, you can add a suppressor, but my understanding is it's hard to find suppressors these days. But now, here's the thing: if you're a group or persons that have weapons like this, odds are that you probably do have suppressors. So yeah, you can definitely add a suppressor, and it would change. It still makes noise. Okay, let me show you something real quick. 1 second.
We're watching Very Nice Guns.
Right. Okay, hold on. Okay, now here's the difference when you add a suppressor to this same weapon. Okay, now the noise you're hearing, actually, the ding, is him shooting at the what he's shooting at is making that ding noise. Besides that, there's not much noise. You hear the difference with it now? It brings the sound way down.
Yeah, I want to hear it without looking.
It still makes a crack noise and a pop noise, but it brings the sound down.
I feel like the noise on the Linda Lane is like a deeper, louder boom noise. I don't know.
Right. This is not loud. You turn your eyes for a minute.
More
Tim.
high pitched, I guess.
See, it takes the sound down a lot with that suppressor on the end of it. If they had that, it still cracks, but it's not like it was.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right, it's gone. Sorry.
Especially because there would be distance from.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like she just said, inside a house, that's still going to make a hell of noise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but here's the other thing, too. I said this myself. Imagine that table, because I've done it here on purpose just to hear what it does. I have the same table here, and I've taken that table and flipped it on its side hard to make it smack a vinyl floor. That makes one hell of a snapping noise when that hits the ground. It's loud. No lie. If it came down fast and hard, that table hitting the ground like that can make that same almost sound. Inside a house with no carpet or anything to suppress the noise, it's going to be louder. So in turn, that can be described as the same sound as what we just heard from that weapon.
But with that weapon, there's no sparkle, right?
No,
There is
no.
no sparkle from any gunshot, right? You know what I always
Here's
thought
the
that
thing: is
was?
this isn't showing any muzzle flash either with the suppressor on the end of this. It's weird. So I'm just saying.
Should there be?
I'm not 100%. I've never ever in my life messed with one of these weapons or a suppressor, so I don't know. I'm just used to seeing, like when we shoot out here behind my house and stuff like that. Everything, we don't use suppressors or any of that. It is what it is. But there's muzzle flash. This doesn't show anything like that when it's being fired. And is it possible that I don't know. We need one of the pros in here, one of the police officers or whoever that knows these things. Is there muzzle flash when you have a suppressor? Things like that. Hold that thought, and I'll be right back.
Would you think, Mountain Man, that I know nothing about guns, okay? Would a muzzle flash make Bethany think that it was a firecracker sparkle? Because it definitely wasn't a Sensi light breaking. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I honestly thought that the extra room on the first floor that has the coded lock was like a storage room for drugs or whatever. And I thought that they would be using some type of, not a welding tool, maybe like a welding tool, but not a welding tool, like something to cut into the room that would be giving off sparks to get into that room, but then the door's not damaged. So that doesn't make sense to me. Can anybody make that make sense? Because that's always the thing I thought, but I don't know. There's also that plywood that is, it's like that little room under the steps. Was there something there? Like, was there there's storage under the steps? Any stairwell is empty. Could put stuff under there. Were they using something to cut into there that was electrical that gave off sparks or something? Oop. I got a phone call. That was my daughter. You got to answer the phone. Got to answer the phone. All right, I'm going to read your comments. An angle grinder. I don't know. Yeah, something. You can kick those doors in easily. Witchy was that, since Steve Jr. came up on my episode, my live, when was it? Thursday, talking about Alpha Kappa Lambda, if that is the fraternity he was in. Isn't that crazy that no one ever talks about Steve Jr. being at that university?
Yes.
That's crazy.
All right, let me get back up to these questions, you guys. I'm sorry. That I had to go to the little boys' room again. Mandy, is that the question you just checked on? Why hasn't anyone talked about Steve Jr.? Olivia, wasn't Steve in a frat? Yes, he was in the Kappa Lambda, like she just said. So yeah. Olivia was in California, Mandy, when all this went down, and came there from California, where they live, with her husband. Let me see if there's more than I missed. The other without the suppressor. Hold on, Jilly. One minute.
I got you, Witchy.
What'd you say, Kim?
Oh, Witchy said we don't talk about Steve Jr.
Yeah, well, yeah. Right.
We don't know anything.
It's weird that he hasn't been brought up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very strange.
He should have been interviewed. Hello.
Where was he when that all happened? Was he at home in Rathdrum, or was he on campus still?
I know nothing. I will be looking into it, though. I just don't know if we could find anything.
I mean, that's a great question. I would love to know where he was and why he wasn't talked to more than he was, is all I'm saying,
Doesn't seem like him and Kaylee were close.
And if he was on campus, did he go there? That's the weird thing. Okay, real quick. I'm going to run this off for Jilly real fast, Kim. So you might not want to look if he bothers you. 1 minute. Here you go, Julie.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
We cannot.
Oh, shit. Why is it doing this?
No, I was not turning away because it bothers me. I was turning away because I just wanted to hear the sound. That was it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Misunderstood that. Okay. Try that again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got. Yep, so you pop that over in. Yep, perfect. Now you're hot.
No love tap. This one's for Delaney.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
That's a lot louder without the suppressor, 100%, especially inside a house. It would make a lot of noise. And we would have heard that on the 1112 video, period.
But we do hear it, and it does that one sounds like metal on metal, like a lot of people are saying, like a tailgate shutting or a like that. If it's far away, it's in a house and it's being caught on a camera that's like a distance away. I don't know. I see it, but
It could be. Welcome, Rachel. Thank you for joining us. That could be. It could be.
I think that sounds more like that the one you hear on the Banfield camera.
Right. Did you see yesterday I picked up the Scream for the first time for me? The Scream that happens at 227 on the 1112 video. I went to the Linda Lane footage and I actually heard it from the Linda Lane footage. That was wild to me. Okay. All right, let's see. Mama's boy. Get in a room and send a 9mm downrange with no hearing protection, then let me know if you still think it. Well, see, I know. That's what I'm saying. They're really loud. In an enclosed area, it's so loud, guys. I'm not kidding. It is really loud. Oh, Rachel Martin says, I don't remember, Dave. Well, it's great to see you. Well, we're looking for the truth now, Rachel, as to in the investigation and the lies that we've proven have come out of the investigation. Good to see you, Witchy and Lisa Otten.
So the only reason I'm bringing up a gun is because Bethany is saying she heard and saw something.
Flash and a bang.
It's not
right.
a firework. She didn't hear a firework. So what was it? Is what I'm saying. So if it's not a gun, then it's something else. But it's not a firework. Just trying to figure that out.
Right. I'm checking for questions. If you have questions, put a Q in front of it, throw it up there, and let's see if we can answer it. Again, it doesn't have to be about Idaho 4 if you don't want it to be. It can be anything you want to ask. Terry Weed, welcome, says, I'm still wondering why Christy Goncalves wasn't called out when she slipped up and started to say that Maddie bought a house.
What?
Where did you hear that? I never heard that.
I never heard that either. Which interview is that?
Maddie? Madison Mogan? I've never heard that before. Where did you hear that, Terry? Let me know, please.
SRB.
Good question. I have no idea. No, Jesse. Absolutely not.
I don't ever order it, but I've had it before and it wasn't horrible.
No.
Doesn't bother me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't believe it does. I know there's a lot of people that love it. See? Just us and Pixie Dust said yes. No way. Nope. DJ Frankie Fitz says, I think, first off, thank you for the super chat. So very much appreciated. I think it is suspicious that the only building within 100 yards of the crime scene was the one balcony cam at 1112. Most security systems have multiple cameras to cover full house. I know for a fact there were 3 other cameras that were not brought into question. I saw them. Okay. And other people have stated that there is other video out there that has not been seen by the public. So I feel like there is more, Frankie. I do. Honestly and truly, I do. And thank you for the super chat. God bless. Very much appreciated. Why is this thing not working?
Didn't Senior say that there were actually 4 cameras at Linda Lane?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
For some reason, I lost sound, but recovery.
I wonder if he's going to be able to get those.
I would love that he did. I'm sorry, Mom. It's probably something going on with StreamYard today. My apologies. I love you, and I will call you. I promise. Everybody's having audio problems today. It's weird.
I think it's just YouTube in general. Like my YouTube on my phone just keeps like refreshing. It's been doing it for the past couple days.
It is weird.
Oh, I think I do know. I do remember hearing something like that.
I don't, but that's wild. Thank you, Gloria. I'll have to look for it. I mean, it could, Moon, but according to Bethany in her interview, she claims that it was orange, like fire.
Like a sparkle. Like that's why I'm thinking of like
Right.
a metal, like when you're trying to cut, you know what I mean? Why can't I think of like what a word, like a word, like when you're welding and all the sparks fly off, like that
Right.
is what I'm picturing. I don't know.
I get what you're saying. It makes sense. It does.
A cutting torch.
Have a great day, Mother. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.
Was there a safe in there somewhere? Who knows?
A cutting torch. What would you be doing with the cutting torch, though? That's the question.
Trying to something. Like I think
Maybe-
that house was a stash house.
It could be, and maybe there was a safe in there that we don't know about or didn't know about.
Could be a blowtorch.
They had 8 hours to hide it.
Right? And carry it out and put it somewhere.
Right. There's plasma torches are small. They have portable ones that could have been used. Talk Baby says I don't feel there should be informants like this or whatever fishy was happening. Did they think it would be questioned? Wouldn't be questioned. Also, look how what risk it puts these young people in. It should not happen. I can agree. I can't agree. And no, I don't think they did think that it would be questioned like it has been. It's a good point, Talk Baby.
Yep. There's so many cases of confidential informants gone wrong.
Bad situations happening with them too. Oh, there we go. Frustration speculation says, would that gun leave the marks on Kaylee's face? It could, because of the bridge on top of it where you mount the scope has lines on it. If it was used to hold down, it could. Absolutely, it could. In my opinion. Sandra Kayoshi, welcome. No pineapple. No pineapple. Welcome, Mary Coleman. I don't think that's what she meant. I believe she was saying they will never have those memories of them buying a house or getting married. Ah, okay. That I do remember that. I do remember that. Now you guys have got me wanting pizza. Damn it.
I know I'm hungry. Quit talking about food.
All right, let me see if I see any other questions so far. Again, if you guys have questions, it's a Q&A day. Put a Q in front of whatever you're going to say so I can recognize it as a question and ask away. Like I said, make whatever you want to ask. Carrie said, Chronicles of Olivia Goncalves document said January 13th, 23. Interview, Steve says Steve Jr. was home. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Carrie. Good to see which he was and Mama's boy.
So then the question is about Steve Jr. Like, did he have a car on campus? Did he drive home himself? Did Steve go pick him up? Because remember, another coincidence in this case is that Steve went to the hospital that night and he never goes to the hospital.
Right. Great question. Welcome, Dame Von Daisy. Says, hey, new friend here. Kaylee had that car money, and there could have been a safe in the spare room, and that's why Bethany, if there could see something. Could be.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And welcome. Wonderful to have you here with us. Did I miss something, Miss Kim?
Just questions. If you're scrolling through them, there's questions coming up.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing them now. Kim, what's for dinner?
Girl dinner, which means you just ravage little bits of whatever's in the fridge and pantry.
That's a good answer.
Girl dinner. There were some others above that if you scroll up.
What grade did you teach, Kim?
Oh, mostly I ended at 6th grade, 5th and 6th, but I did teach 2nd grade for, I don't know, a handful of years, 5 years or so. I much prefer the older kids.
I can imagine.
5th, 6th grade, I love.
Second graders have to be one hell of a job.
They're cute, but oh my, they're whiny. But they are funny.
Right. Was there anything left by the plumber, spark-wise?
Oh.
It's a good question, Michelle. I have no way to answer that.
Oh. A moon journal.
Did you notice they redacted Dylan's moon journal but forgot in subsequent photos on November 8th of 22 that she was a full blue moon? I did not know that. Good to see you, E-Potty. No, I didn't notice that at all.
Jesse Schul, you taught kindergarten? Did you really? I always said you couldn't pay me enough to teach kindergarten.
I can't see that reminds me of the movie Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jesse being a kindergarten teacher would be too funny for me.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Order a DoorDash. I don't have that ability right now, Frankie. I'm sorry. Let me see here. I knew there were some more questions up top here. Nana Cow, could the flash be from someone in the house taking a photo? Well, I mean, I guess it could, but she did again in her interview said that it was orange like fire. Sparkly, I guess.
And a sparkle.
Yeah.
And like a firework.
Enjoy, Jesse. Welcome, Sammy T. Good to see you.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Yes. Stun gun. See, a stun gun is more of a white light, and it makes a crackling noise, like a stuttery crackling noise, kind of like Enan Harsh's laugh. Did a vehicle drive towards the 1122 house minutes before the loud scream? There was, yeah. There was a vehicle. Thank you, SRB. Let me see. Am I missing any questions up here? I'm trying to keep up, guys. And if I missed him, I'll catch him. I promise. It may be a little behind, but
Oh, did someone take it down?
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. That is correct.
That's a line from a movie.
Yes, it's from the movie. I remember. It was a great movie.
Is that Kindergarten Cop?
I believe so. Just Dustin Pixie Dust says, is there an itemized list of the items that Santa ordered from Jack in the Box or total I may be forgetting? Wasn't there somewhere that we had seen like a list of what was ordered that night, or am I wrong?
I don't remember the items, but I did think there was a total. Why do I think that? Is that
Like
on that little
$25, I thought.
that little chart we got?
I think.
And it's just interesting that Emily sent her $14 at like
Yeah.
around 4 a.m, right?
Yes, ma'am. What was that for?
Yep.
If I remember, I thought there was a total of $25. I might be wrong, but I do remember hearing or seeing that somewhere.
Somewhere around that, yeah. More than what you would think for one person, I think. Although,
Most
I mean,
definitely.
now, but
Mary Holt. So you think Bethany was woken by the loud crash of the table and possibly screaming? That's when she called Dylan. Is that when Bethany had to get involved? So she tried to leave ASAP that morning. I think she did too, Mary. I think she tried to leave with Jenna. Any thoughts, Miss Kim?
I don't see how Bethany could have stayed in that house at all hearing what she heard. So I don't know if she got out before or after. I don't think she would leave during it. If it was after, I don't know.
Out of fear.
I don't know.
That's it. That is a good question, Mary. It's hard to answer, but a good one.
When rating 1122, when is that?
If Maddie plus drugs, maybe housemates tried to replace with a fentanyl laced substitute. We hear a man say on audio that was below this is fentanyl when rating. Where and when did you hear that? New Mexico. I'm not saying you didn't. I've never heard that. So if you
No.
can like give me an idea where, I'll look for it. That would definitely piss somebody off, though. CB from Philly. I think this is a question. What do you think Gunderson took out of the house on the body cam when he was outside Maddie's room? Again, I don't know because I don't think I caught that. Any thoughts, Kim?
No, I didn't catch that either. Took something out of the room?
I'm trying to think back if I remember.
I don't remember seeing him having anything.
1 second, I'm getting a phone call.
Before 2:30, 2 being the Dame, I always dismissed that 2 a.m. is a dark hour. I just thought she was talking about like waking up in the middle of the night. But after hearing the 227 scream and all the noises and all that stuff, like I definitely think you cannot convince me that something wasn't happening then. And think about that. Brian couldn't be there at that time. So they would have to make it a later time. Like, why would they change it to 4 a.m.?
Right. Good question. I still have questions as to why the timeline was changed to begin with, from 3 a.m. to 4 to 4:20. Welcome today, Deb. Good to see you. There's an audio that sounds like that, i.e., the blow versus Fent question. Did anyone in the region die of Fent who may have got? Lots of people had, from my understanding. I don't know if they got it from that house, but I mean, you said region, so in close proximity, I'm not. Caden Young, after the fact, and I think there's probably other people that they've kept on the DL,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people within the outstanding region, outlying region that have passed because of that stuff. Yes.
Washington, the state of Washington seemed to be horrible for fentanyl laced. And if that batch started coming over to Idaho, could be a connection, because it was the same people. Emma and Demetrius are definitely the people bringing it.
Yeah, if you watch Caden Young's body cam video, it's evident what's going on there.
Yeah, he tells the whole thing.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe when he looked at the cop and he goes, "I'm in a frat. There's drugs everywhere." Like, that's exactly the way he said it. I was like, whoa, all right. Just tell us more.
Remember when he said, "I've made many, many purchases of drugs from the fraternity," and I was like, "Oh, have you now?"
Yep.
Repost, Miss Kawanda. I'm sorry if I missed it, Kawanda. It's hard to keep up a little bit. Curious why y'all think Lakeland is the best pick for live with Travis tomorrow. I don't think it's absolutely the best one. It's just a good one, I think. What's the current theory on her involvement? The reason why I thought it would be a good one is because she was with Dylan that night at the house, and he did Dylan's, and I was thinking, the things she says he could break down. I mean, it doesn't sound like an in-depth one. I just thought it would be interesting because it was so close to Dylan. That's why she was close to Dylan too. So that's why I thought it would be a good idea. Do you have any thoughts, Kawanda, as to who you would like to see? Throw it in the chat, please. I'm going to do another poll here soon with it, but what do you think?
A good reason to do Lakeland, because she's there. She was there, like, and we're questioning the time of the crime, and I don't know, what is she telling everything she saw or knew, or
I agree. We don't know. Was she told to leave because there was something going to go down? Was she told you can spend the night, but this might happen? It's up to you. Things like that. That's what I was curious about. Carrie says, what do you think WSU will do? The lawsuit the families have, do you think it will go to court, or will WSU settle out of court? And will Brian have to speak if called to be questioned? I don't think they'll settle out of court, in my opinion, because that would make them look bad in a way. I think they're going to take it all the way. And will Brian have to speak if called to be? He would have to if he was subpoenaed to it, I believe. And it would be interesting to hear that, in my opinion. Any thoughts, Kim?
I didn't see the whole entire question.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
What do you think WSU will do? Will BK have to speak? Oh, I don't know how that speaking thing works, but I know there's a hearing June 1st coming up.
Yep.
So we'll find out. I think they're going to have a very hard time trying to say Washington State University is culpable. I just
very hard time.
There's no way. There's no way. You can't predict someone's individual. They're not in charge of Brian Koberger.
I want to see them prove that too.
The only thing is if there were complaints against him and they didn't follow the proper procedures, then they're going to be in trouble.
Agreed. Lakeland was there to confirm everybody home and then left. Just your opinion. Agreed. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point.
Yeah, and Travis is all about like not only just looking for truths, but like maybe motives and reasons behind what they're saying, how they're talking,
Yeah.
things like that that could be telling.
Yeah, and Tiggy, those are the two that I really was pointing to yesterday was Lakeland and Jack Decor. Also, though, there's a few of them. That's the problem. I'd love to hear his thoughts on Eric Gower. Okay.
Mhm.
And a couple of the other, I'd love to hear him actually, and God, I would never do this to this guy. I'd love to hear him break down every interview done. Honest to God, I would. Just to see what he thinks with everybody that was interviewed. The Sigma Chi interviews, all of them. Bethany, of course. Bethany's is probably the weakest interview that we've heard because she has an attorney with her that is probably telling her to say absolutely nothing. And Bethany doesn't answer really any questions in her interview, if you think about it.
Molly would be a trip with him doing her. That would be funny.
Oh, that was another one. Yeah. I mean, he would have a blast with that one, I think. It'd be stopping every 5 seconds. Question, Ion. Where in the world is BK's family? They've been staying out of the public eye where they live in Pennsylvania. They're both sick. They both have health problems. His mother, Mary, has really had a lot of issues with depression and health issues. And she was not leaving the house, according to Brian's dad. And Brian's dad was going and picking up prescriptions, so on and so forth. Willie interacted with him once or twice at the CVS there. And then he came upon having medical problems with his heart. So my understanding is that they've just been at home, staying out of the public eye, trying to live their lives the best they can. So
I've got some recent feelings about them.
let's hear it.
So the end of the Broken Plea book talks about Ann Taylor saying that Brian never gave her any indication that he was guilty. And then, because I think Turvey was asking, why this plea deal? And she said that he spoke to his parents. He changed to accepting the plea after he spoke to his parents. And I thought and also in the book, his mom was very supportive of Brian, that there's no way he could have done this. I know my kid, he would not be able to do. And I agree with that. Your kids, Yes, and ma'am. She just kept saying, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. So I don't think it was like Brian confessed to them. So they're like, just, go to jail.
I think they wanted to keep him alive.
Yes.
I agree with that, Kim. I do.
They are probably beating themselves up now over the fact that they convinced him to do this. And now they're seeing if they're seeing all this evidence that's out there.
I hope they are. I do swear to God, I hope they're seeing this. Or at least Melissa or Amanda are seeing this and telling them.
Right.
Okay. I swear. And I feel so bad because Mary, his mom, okay, was probably terrified, petrified that she was going to lose her one and only son.
Yeah.
And begged him, Brian, just give them what they want. Okay. I can't lose you. At least if they take the death penalty off the table, we'll be able to have conversations with you and talk to you. And if they do, if they don't, you'll lose your life. Yep. I absolutely could see that.
Yep.
Absolutely could see that. As a parent, I could see doing that myself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I understand it.
I think that could be it right there, folks, because we were told that before. So at this point, I don't have any doubts whatsoever. That's probably a big part of it.
The only thing I would be doing differently now, and again, I don't know the reasons, but I think at this point I'd be speaking out. Because in my opinion, they definitely need to raise money for a private attorney.
Unless he's told not to. We don't know. He may be being told not to say a word. He may have been warned not to say anything. He could have been threatened not to say anything.
The parents?
Yeah, any of them could have been threatened.
Mm.
There were thoughts that they were threatened, and talks of it. So it could have been for any reason. We don't know what the reason and the threats that were made. Accept it, deal with it, or there's going to be consequences or something like that. Who knows? I'm sure they don't have very much knowledge as to what prison and all the stuff that goes along with it is. This is the first time for them. That's true too. Witchy's right with that statement there. Brian talked to his mother for hours,
Mm-hmm.
daily while he was waiting to go to trial, constantly.
She said
So,
he's her angel. He's her
Yeah.
angel.
absolutely. And she absolutely had no doubt in her mind that he was absolutely innocent. Michael says in the Patterson book, when he's talking to Jeremy, Brian's best friend's mother, you know that Brian didn't do this, that there was a lot of drugs in that house, and that they didn't find the knife sheath where and when they said they did. I mean, I don't think either one of his parents nor his sisters believe he did it. Nobody was going to testify against him from his family. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Welcome, Kathy. So good to see you, dear. That's another thing, too, is my understanding is if you're on death row, I'm glad some of you guys brought that up. You can't have the daily regular phone calls that you get when you're in like regular lockdown.
That's true.
So that could have been another thing, too, that, he didn't want to have to deal with not being able to talk to his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, psychologically, that's a thing. What about Steve's brother? What about Steve's brother, Love and Other Habits? What's your question there? If you're saying they're not housed in the same facility, if that's what you're asking, they're in completely different facilities. Absolutely, Witchy. I agree with that's what I was saying. And Brian seems to need to have to talk to his mother, truly and honestly.
Oh yeah.
So, let me see. Yeah, he did post that MPD told him that Pete's and Kennedy's interviews are almost ready. So I'm looking forward to those. Thank you again, Connor. Let me see. Can you repeat when you will be? Oh, tomorrow night. I'm sorry, Mary. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, the lovely lady next to me, Miss Kim, Miss Logan from Bronx Tales, and Mikey will be interviewing Travis here on the Verdict Room, 6 p.m.
Yep.
I am so excited for that one, too. We're going to have to jump in there tomorrow and decide for sure exactly which interviews we're going to have him do live because there's so many of them. I really would like to hear him do Jack DeCore's, but I also want to hear Lakeland's, but I also want to hear Gower's, but I also want to hear Beth. You know what I mean? It's rough. They go 225 to 230 audio on Birdie. Which Birdie, New Mexico? Doc McClendon, welcome. I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was going to say it must be a video if it's, I didn't know if the whole video was that short.
Oh, yeah. I don't see, let me see here.
Someone asked who Kennedy is. Is that,
They did, it
girl?
was one, yeah, it was one of their friends. That was one of the girls that was, in the book. Her name was in the book. Do you think they kept the 65 grand that Kaylee had? Well, they had, that's a good question. They have access, I'm sure, to her bank account, so they had to have had it. After the fact, everything that was Kaylee's went to them, I'm sure. We did that already. Trying to catch up, you guys, and see if I missed any. If I did, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's hard to keep up sometimes. My apologies. And again, they don't have to be about this case. They can be about anything you want. If you want to ask, somebody already did ask what Kim was having for dinner. If you want to ask me anything like that, you're welcome to too. All right, those ones were already pulled up.
I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Let me get down the bottom. Oh, there's one. Did Bethany leave the night of the 12th because she heard the screams, or was it like a week earlier? Well, she had to have been there, Tiggy, because she was on the 911 call. And she was on body cam video the next morning, in my opinion, trying to leave. And I'll hold that question for Kim till she comes back real quick. Give me 1 second. Hold the line. I'll be right back too. All right, sorry about that. Are you back, Miss Kim? Welcome, Angie B. Maybe not. Let's see. CB says, "Do you think we landed on the moon?" I do. I do. I think we did. That's me. She. Who's Travis? Travis has a channel now. It's called Travesty Logic. Travis he does statement analysis, where he breaks down like interviews, for instance, and basically, it's hard to explain. Like he takes what they're saying in the interviews and describes the understanding as to what their meaning is for what they're saying and doing. And there was a question that I wanted you to answer too, if I can find it again.
It was about the moon thing. I don't really know anything
Nice.
about that. What?
Oh, yeah, that's it. That was it. Did you think we landed on the moon?
That's what it was? I thought it was something Dylan.
No, that was night. It was Bethany. Did Bethany leave the night of the 12th, or the moon went the night? Um,
Oh,
yeah, it best. There it is, right there. There you go.
the night of the 12th because she heard the scream. Oh, when she said, "Oh, there was this one time when I heard a scream and I left." That would be that's interesting. That might be something that Travis could pick up on.
Yeah, good question,
That's what
Tiggy.
he does. He like listens to he analyzes like their language and the way they word things and certain
Right.
words and the meaning of that.
Right. It's okay, baby Ames. No worries there.
But me personally, but I possible.
Well, she had to have been there at some point, because she's on the 911 call and we see her on video the next morning. But did she leave and come back? We don't know.
Remember, and I've been pointing this out lately, that Ann Taylor, every time she writes, anybody on her team writes something about Bethany, it is she was present 8 hours later. That's
Right.
always the way she words it.
The
She never
wording.
says she was there all night.
That is a good point. The wording is very. I told you guys, they like to serve us in the documents and stuff they give us. They like to serve us word salads with bullshit dressing all the time, because the words are hard to differentiate between sometimes. So, thank you, SRB.
And when I heard Bethany say that about, oh, there was one time when I heard a loud noise and I left in the middle of the night, she could have been setting herself up for like, that's a habit of mine, like in case they did catch her doing that night. Who knows?
Right.
Ooh,
That's a good
Stephen
point.
Avery. You guys, I went to the Stephen Avery property. Me and Carlos. I have a photo from it. We drove around. We drove right past the house. Oh my God. I think he's innocent. We
So do
think
I.
Carlos and I think we agree on this case. We think it was the brother-in-law.
Yeah. That's what
We
I thought
think
too. It
was
makes
the
more sense.
brother-in-law. He was sus. That's such a good case. I was so infatuated with that case. Oh my gosh.
Great question. I do for sure. I agree with Kim 100% on that one. Yes, absolutely, Brian. I think she was going to leave that morning. I think that's what the phone call was to her parents to get their advice as to what to do. Then the police showed up and she really didn't have a choice. So, yeah, I think she was going to leave.
Ooh, Enon would be a good one too.
Oh, my God. Travis would have a field day with that.
It would drive him crazy though.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
like.
That's a good question, Moonlit. We're going to have to see if maybe he'll do it down, on his own if he's interested. Very interesting and good question to think of. Jack D says in his interview, Jake got a message saying, "We're coming for you next." So it definitely wasn't Brian. Yeah. Right. That's interesting, isn't it?
When I heard that, I thought it was just people online. You know how there were some
Right.
crazies out there that are just like, trying to speculate who it was or something. I don't know.
It's definitely something that makes you think, though,
Yeah.
because why Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Of all people, why Jake? You know what I mean? New Mexico says, Dago YouTube channel, the Unified Demand, Eyes Without a Face will blow your mind. 4-minute video about family relationship complications. Really? If we're going to be doing, depending on what goes on in Delphi, we're going to be jumping back into that one here at some point, too, with this appeal thing.
Of course, yeah.
Let me see something here. Eyes Without a Face. Really? I don't see that one. Wow, this channel looks pretty wild. Maybe I'm missing something. Do you know the actual name of the video, New Mexico? Which video it is for sure, because I don't see one named what you said. Brian Todd has a question. Says there is talk about Jack D dyeing his hair black the night before or morning of. I don't. Well, we didn't see his hair the next day, did we?
I don't know. I mean,
And in his interview, we don't really see him after that at all, do we?
we see him walking up, getting into the police car, being in the police car, and we see him walking up again on body cam before going to the police station. But I believe he has a hoodie on the whole time.
And a hat.
Oh. Oh, the video is called Promise Not to Tell.
I found it. Let's see what we got here.
Might want to mute the music. Until they talk. Is there talking? Just so you don't get
I don't
flagged.
know.
That sounded like Eyes Without a Face, didn't it?
It was. It was.
Yeah. There's no talking in it. Oh.
No idea.
So no, New Mexico just said there's no talking. Hey, Logan.
Ms. Logan's in the house. Good to see you,
Oh
dear.
my gosh, are you serious? Oh, it's doing that like Michael Jackson thing. Wow.
What do you mean?
You can't see it?
I didn't see that. Hold on.
Oh, back up. Yeah, their faces are morphing into each other.
Oh, yeah. They were doing. When the FBI took DNA of the family, what did they find? Were the results complicated? So that's the sister. I forgot her name. A lot of people have issues with the sister.
Who's the guy? That's not her dad? Who is that
No,
guy?
that was her grandfather,
Oh, the grandfather.
Mike Patty. They do look a lot like. Hey, Bronx, Miss Logie. Very weird.
The Patty crime family.
Right. Kelsey, that's her name. Thank you, SRB. A lot of people have accused Kelsey of having something to do with this. I could never get on board with that. But then it was stated that they found Kelsey's hair in her hand, and I was like, oh, God.
Also, her and her boyfriend were cleaning his truck.
Yeah. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it or see it, but again, we have to look at everything sometimes, folks, even the stuff that's hard to look at. I don't think so, but I'm not going to, in a case like Delphi, just like Idaho, I'm not going to completely push everything off. You see something, Libby and I have something in common. Painting. This is another channel like Idaho4 Revealed. Unlike Libby, I prefer to paint portraits. As a portrait artist, I notice faces and the shapes that make a face unique. I saw a remarkable amount of similarities a while ago. Very true. What are the chances that two people related only by marriage would look so much alike? Oh, Lord.
Wait, only by marriage?
Yeah,
Oh, he's not her biological grandfather?
right. So
Oh.
what the chances of a female and step grandfather, there you go, having faces that align symmetrically are extremely low based on biological, genetic, and structural factors because a step grandfather shares no biological DNA with a step granddaughter. There is no inherent genetic mechanism that align their facial features such as eye shape, jawline, or nose structure. Here is a breakdown of why this is unlikely. No genetic connection. Step relative shares 0% of their DNA through biological descent. Symmetry is driven by a stable genetic blueprint and development. Without shared DNA, facial structure similarity is just coincidental. Low probability of coincidence. While people can sometimes look like step relatives due to shared environment, e.g., similar diet, similar climate, having the same facial symmetry. Oh, God. Where are we going with? I think I know where this is going. This is wild. Facial symmetry is determined by a person's individual ability to withstand environmental stress, illness, injuries during development. These factors are unique to each person's life, not inherited from a step relative. The look-alike is exception. Research on unrelated doppelgangers has shown that people with similar faces can share DNA. However, this is described as a rare phenomenon, e.g., look-alike humans, and it does not make it likely for a specific unrelated pair like a step grandfather and granddaughter to align. Wow, what a blowout it would be if there was something else going on here. Here he is again, Mr. Mike Patty. It is so strange how much they do look alike, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you put long hair on Mike and take the beard and everything off, damn.
And their mom's not alive anymore? Because they were with their dad living at their grandma's.
Yeah,
Or,
I
oh,
don't.
no, the mom lived in another state. I know the answer to that. The mom
Yeah,
lived in another
right, right.
state. That might be a deep dive right there.
It is so strange how much they look alike. Nose, eyes, lips, facial shape, everything.
Yep. I'd like to see this person do it with the real father or the mother. Yeah, I know. I realized
Right.
she's the mom's in another state. I realized.
Oh, whatever. That's definitely going to be a deep dive. I'm sorry to hear that, Beach Babe.
Bless you, Halls. Bless you.
Have you seen all the sus photos of Mike and Kelsey giving each other long? No, I have not. Oh, good Lord. No, I have not. Don't even get me going that way, Pace Cake. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I've tried to stay away from that angle of it because I'll be honest with you, I don't want to think that it's true, but I have to be realistic too. Okay. You have to be realistic when it comes to these cases. The things that you are the worst things that you could imagine sometimes are the truth. So maybe we need to look into that. I'll be honest with you. I never thought of it once until they said they found Kelsey's hair in her hand. And then I was like, wait a minute. How did this happen? Okay. That's kind of strange.
You know what's interesting for me personally with the Delphi case? I wasn't as interested. I mean, yes, there are theories as finding out who did it, just the fact that it's not Richard Allen. But with the Idaho4 case, I'm like, who did this? But
Absolutely.
I guess to me, it's obvious that there's some characters out there that are completely, I think, obvious that
For sure.
they did it before Richard Allen ever did.
This is another one that dropped there too. This is very quick. Yeah, it's 7 minutes. This is somebody said to watch this one too, real.
Green hiking trail winding its way through farm country. The
Can you hear it?
Yes.
trail goes across Deer Creek on this old railroad bridge about 100 feet above the water.
How were their bodies found? Who found them?
Unfortunately, their bodies were found by members of an organized search party.
Is there DNA evidence? You have his voice on tape. Do you feel confident about this?
We are confident that we're going to catch the person and or persons that killed these young ladies.
About 100 feet above the water.
How were their bodies found? Who found them?
Unfortunately, their bodies were found by members of an organized search party.
Is there DNA evidence? You have his bodies found. Who found them?
Unfortunately, their bodies were found by members of an organized search party.
This evening, following two breaking developments in the Delphi murders case. Richard Allen's attorneys tonight are now appealing his conviction and his sentence. Now, back in November, a jury found Allen guilty of killing Abby Williams and Libby German. The next month, he was sentenced to 130 years in prison. His legal team filed notice of his appeal with the court yesterday. Now, during the sentencing process, the families of the victims asked Allen in court not to appeal, saying that was so Abby and Libby could rest in peace. The girls were killed in February of 2017.
We are taking a closer look at perhaps the most crucial piece of evidence in the Delphi murders case. This video of the man on the bridge led to the conviction of Richard Allen. And now the public is seeing that video in its entirety for the very first time. Thanks for joining us first at 4. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez. The video Libby German recorded shows her and her friend Abby Williams on their hike back on February the 13th of 2017. It also includes an image and audio from the killer that were previously released by Indiana State Police. But for the first time, we're now hearing all 43 seconds, Aaliyah, of that video.
And Fox 59's Russ McQuaid was in court when it was played for the jury during that trial last fall. And today he watched and listened to an enhanced version of it. He joins us now in our studio with those new developments.
And good afternoon. You know, I watched that video along with the jurors in the Carroll County courtroom during Richard Allen's trial. And admittedly, there's only so much you can see and hear in open court that becomes more apparent to us now upon closer viewing. Of course, there will be different interpretations of what was said. This is about all that Indiana State Police have let us know.
You know, when I was covering this hot and heavy, excuse me, you know how many emails I got stating that they thought that was Mike Patty?
Oh,
I could never get on board. I mean, I can see.
I could
people were
see
like,
it.
yeah, you can see it,
see it.
but I could never get on board with that, or any of the family, to be honest with you. But I can see why people could think that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This case, it makes me just as mad as the Idaho 4, if not worse, because I know for a fucking fact, excuse my language, Richard Allen had nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing. He did not know those people. They completely railroaded. This is a 1,001% absolute railroad job here. That
There's
bullet
not
shit.
one speck of evidence for him.
Nothing. There's less with him than there is with Brian in that case, guys. It's insane. It is insane. It makes me sick. I agree with you, Turkey Creek. It absolutely infuriates me for sure. Will you do a quick catch up on Delphi before you start the news stuff for people like me who don't really know the deep info on the case? Okay. You gotta help me with this one. So Delphi is a case that happened years ago. Okay. The two, Libby and Abby, were found deceased down below that bridge across the river on somebody by the name of Ron Logan's property. And it happened in 2017. I think that was when it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went dead quiet. It went cold for years. Okay. Now there's a whole lot of people involved in this case that were never brought to the surface on this case. Bunch of names of people that they were never put in front of the camera. Okay. But I have no doubt in my mind they're involved. The man that I believe the man whose property they found the bodies on is this guy right here. That's who I think this is. They swear up
Yeah.
and down that this is somebody by the name of Richard Allen. I don't believe that. He's not. This guy's too tall to be Richard Allen. So just to give you
Oh yeah.
another name, I believe that this man's name is Ron Logan. That's where they found the girls on his property off in the distance. Okay.
And he's not a very great guy.
No.
There are exes of his that have described like he's beaten them, and he's just a mean
He's
dude.
very violent, sexually violent. He's sexually deviant and just a bad person in general. Yes.
And they never went in and searched his house or his like sheds or anything like that until like way later. And he completely redid his bathroom.
Yeah, completely. He's dead now. Unfortunately, he was put in. He had a probation violation. He lied about his alibi, mind you, and asked somebody else to lie as well.
Yes.
And violated probation and was put in jail for it. They had him in custody, and while he was in custody, another one of the inmates said that Ron admitted to the crime to this inmate. Now I get it's another inmate, so on and so forth, but come on, okay.
Oh,
And
guy?
say again.
Is that the Richie guy?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And-
letters by this guy Richie that makes all kinds of claims that was in
Yes.
jail.
And they line up with some other things too. There's the problem. So anyway, this guy ends up dying from the big C, the pandemic stuff, and that was it. Okay. And what was I gonna say?
Well, there's also the idea that the girls were lured there, like
Yeah.
because they have is it Snapchat messages with someone. I forget what the username was, but it was a fake account, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
a guy, Keegan Klein, who was associated with that. So it seems like more than one person, like people had different, in my opinion, like he could have been the reason trying to get the girls out there. Right. And then
Right. Right.
this guy trapping them on the bridge. And then you've got possibly people who are waiting on the other side of the bridge.
And I still think, Kim, that the video we see, okay, the video that we see, I think is a piece of it. And I think they only showed this person. I think there was very likely there was somebody on the other side of them as well. Okay. That was out of frame. And
Especially when she says, "Oh, hi."
yeah, thank you. Exactly. So Anthony Schatz was the name of the
Yes, thank you.
the guy
Yes.
that they met up with. Thank you, Bronx.
I'm rusty on this case, but I've done many shows on it.
Sure. You're welcome to join us up here, Logan, if you want to. Practice for tomorrow. If you're not busy, you're welcome to. The link is in the chat, dear. So moving forward on that, they moved on from him. Now there's other names. There's people, Patrick Westfall, Brad Holder. Brad Holder's son, mind you, was dating one of the girls. And some of these people were in this area the day that this all happened, just so you know. Okay. So
Another important thing is that the girls walked across the bridge, and one of the girls had the wherewithal to start recording. So yes, and they
Right.
found her phone and they have the recording. And for just until a few years ago, they only let out like a few seconds of audio that we
literally,
could
and it was looped. It was looped.
Yep.
As you'll see, like when he's
No, for the
walking,
last 8 years about the
it's looped. Okay, that's all we saw. That right there. Period. So anyway, I will play the rest of this in a second. But
Well, and the first thing was the guy's voice, because they thought someone would recognize, and it said "guys down the hill," and so that's the most famous thing from this case, is that audio recording.
absolutely, yes. Give me 1 minute, Halls. I will answer that question for sure.
She 1000% was worried. How do you say that? Wellington.
Wellington Oda. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I 100% agree with that too, that she knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
Okay. I truly believe that. And she was such a smart girl for doing what she did. Otherwise, we'd have none of anything. Nothing. Okay.
Yep.
And Now here's the big part of this, okay? In the very beginning of this, now it was thought that there was a possible Odinistic point to this, okay? That it was involving Odinism and Odinists. So, and when I say that, I don't mean standard Odinism religion. I mean, they took the Odinism religion, twisted it into something else that's called heathenism, and there was definite, absolute proof of this, okay? When they found the girls, they found sticks that were laid on top of them in runic shapes and forms that were just not, they didn't, some dumbass, Jennifer Hackenkoffer, said they fell out of the tree and landed that way. That's not at all. They were cut and lined that way. Their bodies were positioned in a runic form, going along with the sticks, pointing to different things. There was a runic smear on the tree and blood. So all of that came to be what it is, okay?
The only reason we know that is because there was a leak. Someone leaked that, or we would never have known that.
They leaked. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying they hid it.
They leaked the crime scene photographs, and it was somebody that worked for the defense at one point in time that had since been, removed from the case, so on and so forth, and came back. And I think they were put on by the prosecution to do this, okay? They went to the attorney's office, stood in one of the rooms waiting to have a conversation with them, and took photographs of these pictures, put them out. They got put out, and the person in between this ended up taking their own life. There was also a police officer. There was 3 police officers in the very beginning of this case that stayed on track with the whole Odinism thing. Everybody else ran from it, said, no, has nothing to do with it, walked away from it, so on and so forth. These 3 stuck with the theory that this was an Odinistic thing. One of those police officers was an FBI, part of the FBI task force, and ended up getting shot dead in front of the FBI office where he worked at by a former prison guard. Okay? Not to mention where Richard Allen, after he was conned into that's another thing you guys need to see if you haven't seen it, is the interrogation video they did with him. It's pathetic. He knew right out of the gate that they were framing him, but whatever.
He did.
He ends up going to prison. As soon as he was arrested, they sent him directly to prison. They didn't send him to jail. None of that. He went to prison immediately. Okay. Which they said was for his own well-being and the other people involved. I'm calling bullshit. So the people that surrounded him, the prison guards, a lot of them were Odinists and had Odinistic patches on their uniforms, which is illegal. And when the attorneys figured it out and said, this is the problem, they had to fight to get the warden to have him removed. So at least one that I know of did remove him, and then went and got a fucking tattoo on his face of the same thing. And you can't remove that, and it's there. So you tell me, okay? William Librado, which was the Judge Gall. This judge is a mess too, mind you. Judge Gall basically said, if you say the words Odinism in here, you will be found in contempt, arrested, whatever it is. Like,
I think she's worse than Hitler.
She is. She was definitely. I think she was part of it. I'll be honest with you. The way she made herself look like she was absolutely involved in this. Okay. Yeah. So all of that happened. She basically blackmailed the defense team to recuse themselves. Okay. They did. And then it ended up going to the Supreme Court. They fought to get put back on the case. And then the attorney that stood in for them was a friend of hers. But himself gave an interview and said, there's something wrong here. Richard Allen 100% did not commit this crime. And he said he didn't believe in the whole Odinistic thing until he went to the town and was there, and he was looking around like, what the hell? And it's real. Okay. He was absolutely, and the man did his interview. He seemed scared to death to talk about it, truly and honestly. Well, not too long after, he ends up getting jumped and had the shit beat out of him, and then retracted his statement. So you tell me, is all I'm going to say. Many people have died in this case. Many people. It's insane. The entire thing is absolutely bizarre. The whole case. They found him and convicted him on the fact that they found a bullet between the 2 girls buried in the dirt. It was not fired through a gun. It was an unspent round that they said was racked into the gun and then unracked and fell on the ground. And said that they could only tell that it was never fired through the chamber. So then they bring an expert in to say this, to prove this, and the only way she could prove it was to fire it through the chamber, which was absolutely ridiculous and made zero sense. So at that point, you tell me. So we will be delving back into this case. This man did not do this. There's no doubt absolutely no doubt. I mean, I believe in this more than I do Brian Koberger, okay?
Yeah.
Richard Allen had absolutely nothing to do with this, did not know these people, none of it. The man worked at CBS. Here's another thing. They put up sketches of the people they believe did this or the person. For 6 years, this went cold. The man worked. There were photographs of this sketch where he worked in the bar that he hung out in, on the wall behind him in a photograph we saw. They were all over the town. And 6 years, nobody looked at him and said, oh, my God, it's you. Not one time. Not one time. Because it doesn't look anything like him. Okay? The other photograph was buried of a younger person. That was buried. They buried, I don't know, so much information in this for years, guys, until it got hot again. So it's very sad. And I will be all over this again. I'm glad that he finally got an appeal. But his life is ruined at this point, completely. So that's basically the up and up on it so far. The basics of it, but I can get more in detail down the road.
Someone asked if there was DNA, and there was DNA, and it's not Richard Allen's.
It's not Richard Allen's, no.
Not Richard Allen's.
There's another case that I covered too. It's about 4 little girls that were murdered in a house fire that I believe is related to this case as well in Florida, Indiana. Not to mention the Indiana State Police said as well that they believe there's multiple people involved in this, and they only had the one man perpetrator with this. Same thing they did in Idaho. It's crazy to me. There's no way that there's only one person did all this. No way.
Yep.
So let me let the rest of this play out real fast. And I got to run to the damn bathroom again because coffee goes through you like water.
But now, via social media and of uncertain origin, the entire 43 seconds of the Bridge Guy video of 2:13 p.m. on February 13th, 2017 has been released and open for interpretation.
Hi.
Carroll County Sheriff Tony Liggett told jurors he heard Abby say to Libby, quote, "Is he right here? Don't leave me up here." And Libby answered, quote, "This is the path. That be a gun." During jury deliberations, jurors asked to specifically view that video in court one more time, as one juror told the Murder Sheet podcast.
We also watched the video, the Bridge Guy video, that was edited or remastered or whatever they did to where, so it stays upright and whatnot. And then there was one that it was just the audio of the Bridge Guy video.
This juror said the vote on guilty or not guilty came after they watched the videos.
If it wasn't Richard Allen, then who could it have possibly been? There wasn't anyone else wearing those clothes. Our foreman couldn't believe it. He was like, "Are you serious? Unanimous?"
And in the jury room, the jurors said there was admiration for the 2 girls the prosecutors said were the heroes of this case. Libby German for having the presence of mind to shoot the Bridge Guy video, and Abby Williams for hiding the phone under her body, waiting for investigators to find.
When he said that, she always wanted to help police solve crimes, that broke my heart.
This guy's time is very limited. They're going to catch up with him. What do you think? I don't know. Do you think that there's a possibility that he would just turn himself in, that he would go to police, or is this guy just waiting for that knock on the door that is definitely coming?
I feel like he thinks he's outsmarted us and that he's not going to get caught. But in reality, he was outsmarted by 2 14-year-olds.
On the door that is definitely coming.
I feel like he thinks he's outsmarted us and that he's not going to get caught. But in reality, he was outsmarted by 2 14-year-olds.
Self in, that he would go to police, or is this guy just waiting for that knock on the door that is definitely coming?
I feel like he thinks he's outsmarted us and that he's not going to get caught. But in reality, he was outsmarted by two 14-year-olds. I feel like he thinks he's outsmarted us and that he's not going to get caught. But in reality, he was outsmarted by two 14-year-olds.
Right.
I guess it's hard to see into his mind because I couldn't understand how you could do that. I couldn't go hunting and kill a deer, but he could go out and kill two little girls.
The police, or is this guy just waiting for that knock on the door that is definitely coming?
I feel like he thinks he's outsmarted us and that he's not going to get caught. But in reality, he was outsmarted by two 14-year-olds. So,
right.
I guess it's hard to see into his mind because
This guy's
presumably bridge guy. So we also want you to hear the end of this video. The girls interacting with someone, presumably bridge guy.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to Viper Island, where we bring you all the news you need in one place. Coming up today on Inside Classified, what's going to be revealed during Yojo June? What new convention exclusives are on the way? What do you need to know about Hooded Cobra Commander and Rugged Duke? And what's the latest on the 2026 G.I. Joe Classified lineup? We've got answers on all of that and a lot more. Watch until the end. We have new details on upcoming releases and...
Sorry about that. I went a little too long. Somebody came to my front door. Jesus. I got you watching G.I. Joe cartoon commercials with it. Anyway. Any thoughts on that at all?
I don't know why they kept playing that one clip. Well, I guess because they recorded him, right? She was talking about him recording him. They kept saying, Kelsey kept saying he was outsmarted by two 14-year-olds because they recorded it, I think.
Yeah, you mean this part here?
They played it 55 times.
I know. You hear it in the background. Dude, Doug is scary. Yeah, I agree. So anyway, there's a lot to that case, guys, that we'll be definitely delving back into when it comes up. So, yeah, Doug Carter's a mess. That's no doubt. All right, let me check back up here for some other questions I might have missed. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that, but they were sent to my email as well, and I denied them and deleted them. A whole bunch of creators got sent the photographs. I didn't want them. I only remember a little bit about the guy who took his own life. He's the one that was in the middle of the trade-off with the photographs for being involved in putting out the crime scene photos of the girls.
I think he was a hero by doing that. And it's just like with the Idaho4 case. Someone has got to get information out to us.
Well, I think it was done in a nefarious way, though. It was done to take down the defense. So,
to take down the defense?
Yeah. Because he was working for the defense at one point in time. He used to work for the defense. Not that guy. Not the guy that lost his life. Different person, but yeah.
I was thinking about the guy that leaked the photos.
Yeah.
The sticks, showing the sticks and the symbols and stuff like that. If that wouldn't have gotten out, it wouldn't prove the Odinism thing. And
No, I agree.
defense isn't going to kill him.
Right.
You
No,
and your friends. He was taken out because he leaked information they didn't want out.
and that's what I think the prosecution was involved in that. I think that they were trying to make the defense look bad because this guy was with the defense team at one point in time, so on and
Yeah.
so forth, which is what happened. She tried to go along with that, but it was a joke.
Mhm.
I'm looking, Tomboy. Hold on. Special delivery where? What are you talking about? Did you send me something back here? Hang on.
I'm gonna hop down in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting to be about to done with it anyway. I think I've gotten all the questions. But don't forget, you guys, that stop what? She's awful bossy, isn't she?
She said, read what she said earlier.
I did. I did read that. Special delivery.
Oh, at your door.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh, is something coming?
I don't think there's anything here. Nothing that I see. Is there a package on the front porch?
Oh, she said the guy that took the photos never worked for the defense team, but wasn't he friends with them or something? He was associated with them somehow. He went in for a meeting or something, right? And they happened to leave the folder on a table.
Yeah.
Like,
and he
I
took
think
photographs.
they planned it. I think they planned it.
He was an old colleague of Andy's. Okay. Either way, it was something like that.
He
That's
was
how I understood.
associated. Yeah.
It was explained in different ways, but that's still, either way, it was a nefariously done thing, in my opinion. But I'm glad, in a way, that it did come out because it pointed right back to the Odinism thing. Or heathenism, because it's not true Odinism, folks. It's really not. It's disgusting. Oh. Is it? Am I boring you again? Why the hell are you in here then?
It's Troll
God,
Friday.
I swear to God, these people are just
Troll
grow up.
Friday.
You know what's sad is this person's probably some kind of a 65-year-old woman that has nothing to do with her life and nobody wants her around. So this is what she does. It's sad.
Unless it was a thumbs down for something about the case or something. I don't
She's
know.
just rude. She was rude yesterday, talking about how bored she was. Whatever. Move along. Go somewhere else. Any final thoughts on Chris's book now that the dust is settled? Good question, Kawanda. Good question. I think, me personally, I think it was decent that it was put out. I think it was like a read between the weeds, read between the lines type thing, and it gave some nuggets. I think it was maybe a doorway into more information coming. That's my opinion. Any thoughts, Miss Kim?
I'm very thankful for the book to get names, addresses, locations, times, more information than insight into things than we had before. There's information in there that I question if is this a typo? Is this wrong? Is this like, and one of the things that stands out is that stupid phone call between, did Kaylee call Jack or did Jack call Kaylee?
Right.
And
Right.
everything besides the book, take the book out of it, everything says Kaylee called Jack.
Yeah.
But then you look at the book and it says Jack called Kaylee. And I kept telling Carlos, that's the official timeline. In this book, he says we are using the timeline from Moscow Police Department and Idaho State Police. But then it also says they transcribed it. So that means
Absolutely.
I was looking at it and writing it. So I'm like, did they mess that up? Like, that's why I just wish we could see the information ourselves so we didn't
Yes.
have to be guessing all this stuff.
Absolutely. You are absolutely correct. You are correct. Correct. Yes.
Joplin. All right.
Very cool. Very cool. Let me see. They transcribed 17-minute phone call.
No, they transcribed the charts, the timeline chart that's in the book.
They should do that though. That phone call should be transcribed. I'd love to see that.
They should be.
Absolutely,
Jack
they
was
should.
also very worried if there was audio with that phone call.
Thank you. Agreed. 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 Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing any of these questions here. Yep. No. I think we got them all. Any last words there, Miss Typically Unique?
This was great. I love just interacting and answering questions and
Absolutely.
talking.
It was a nice little break before tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've been. Go ahead.
I just said thank you for inviting me.
Oh, of course, always. Anytime I can have you here, it's always nice to have you join us. And a lot of people have been asking me to do this for a while, so here we are, and we'll do more for sure. And don't forget, you guys. I think Kim's done for the week on her channel, but tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will get to see her amazing, intelligent questions come to the surface again as we talk to Travis, as she joins us for the verdict room, along with Ms. Logan, Mikey, and myself. Oh, there's another question. Kawanda said, why do you all think the G's protected JD so much? That's a great question. Truly, I mean, to go in depth on that one, Kawanda, why? Why would you? It's just a boyfriend, you know? Is there something about him that I don't know. That's an amazing question. It really is. What are your thoughts, ma'am?
I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily think he had something to do with it. I think he's in the pool of the fraternity's code of silence.
Yeah. Could be. That's a good point. It is really a great question. I thank you, Miss Kawanda. Always asking good questions. We are too, Bronx.
Yes.
I am super excited for Travis to be here. You had a great show, by the way, guys. Make sure if you haven't seen it, go check out Bronx Tales True Crime. Logan had Travis night before last, I think it was. Join her. It was an amazing show. Go check that out anytime you can. And don't forget tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, myself, Miss Logan, Miss Kim, and Mike will be joined by Travis. We will be discussing the things that Travis has done and will be doing, and we're going to be doing some live work, folks, some live breakdowns. I'm still not 100% sure. I have some ideas as to which interview, and I want to discuss it with the ladies here together tomorrow at some point, so we can, lock in on exactly which interview we're going to have Travis do. So he's very smart, and he was very, very fascinating, Logan. It was a great show. I'm very appreciative of you guys for putting that out. And make sure you guys subscribe to Bronx Tales True Crime if you have not yet done it. What are you doing with your life? Come on now. And you cannot forget about Typically Unique with Miss Kim. Please make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. And thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you very much. All of you guys are amazing guys. Thank you, Kim, for joining me as always. Once again, very much appreciated.
Yep.
Great show today.
Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. And everybody else, guys, make sure to subscribe again to Typically Unique with Miss Kim, Bronx Tales True Crime with Miss Logan, as you will. Please and thank you. And, of course, the Verdict Room, 6 p.m. every Saturday. We close out the week with our final thoughts on what we've done and dealt with throughout the week, what we've seen and heard. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe to our new additional channel that we have coming out, Cafe Conspiracy, where we talk about absolutely nothing but conspiracy theories and everything opposing and the opposite of what we do here. Okay. I've had a lot of requests for that kind of stuff. There's going to be all sorts of stuff we're going to get into. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So please make sure you subscribe to that channel. The more, the better. I need your support on that one. Please and thank you. That'll be starting up here relatively soon. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. There is the link for it. Thank you, SRBB. Right there. It's called Cafe Conspiracy. It's gonna be run the same way this channel is, but it's gonna be completely opposite of what we do and separate of what we do here. Just so you guys know, we'll be talking about nothing but conspiracy theories and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that one big time. Thank you so much to my moderators. For those of you that were here, you guys are amazing. When are we digging into Bigfoot and other mountain monsters? Whenever you're ready for it, Wade Bird, we'll be digging into all that stuff because I'm all about that stuff for sure. Thank you for joining us today, V. Appreciate you very much. See you soon. I will be live tonight, I believe, with today's Friday. Yeah, with Crimes After Dark with Devil's Advocate. So I'll be over there this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to seeing you there for that. If you can be, please and thank you. I am Kawanda. Yes, ma'am. Yes, baby, I am as well. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. And again, guys, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. That's so very important. And don't change a thing because you truly are the beautiful people. I love you the way you are. And I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you to all of you. Nothing but love for you. And have a great day, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye. And I will be in the Discord if the mods are interested.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delivered in the night. SWAT serves the warrant, loud and clear. The sound of justice, the only thing we hear. TruCrime Cafe. We watch the suspect finally pay. The dark truth is backed and signed and sealed. The wound is closed. The name is finally healed. It's finally healed. Cafe's empty, closed for the night. We put the darkness back into the light. We'll wipe the counter, set the empty chair, and wait right here for the next secret laid bare. Until the next one.